Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tweedhead Bowls Club, where we got a great weekend of lawn bowls lined up for you. It's the Division 1 State Pennant Playoff, proudly brought to you by the Gold Coast Tweed District Media Team on behalf of Bowls Queensland and Tweedhead Bowls Club. Of course, the Gold Coast Media Team is proudly sponsored by Enoggera Therapeutical Company, who is a company that actually gives you wonderful treatment for all your arthritic and various injuries. So we've got some great matchups here. We've got the 8 zone winners from all over Queensland, and of course the Gold Coast Tweed District Media Team is ably led by our technical advisor Robbie Allen and his sister and his daughter Tony Allen, and as well as my co-commentator is Gary Thomas. Gary, welcome aboard, mate. What a great weekend of bowls we're going to have.
Yes, indeed, Brian, and as you've already said, that there's a whole bunch of wonderful players here. We've got the Pennant players, as you've said, Division 1 for both the men and the women, and they've come from far and wide to be here, Brian.
Mate, they've come from as far away as Tweed Heads, which is representing Zone 1 in the men, and of course Broadbeach, and of course we have all of the other destinations. We've got Zone 2 is ably in the ladies. Said the ladies section is Broadbeach Division 1, Algester Section 2. Unfortunately, we have a bye in Zone 3. Zone 4 is ably represented by Enoggera Bowling Club. Zone 5, the Albert, which is Fraser Coast region. Zone 6 is represented by Bagara Bowls Club, which of course is Bundaberg. Zone 7 is represented by North Mackay Bowls Club, and of course that's the Mackay region. And Gary, Zone 8, Marlin Coast, tropical far north Queensland, mate. So what a great cross-section of the state we have here being represented.
Yes, indeed, Brian, and some of these folks that are here with us this weekend, we had the pleasure of watching when we were up at Toowoomba there for 6 days. So they're back again, and it appears that the cream always rises to the top.
Mate, a very true statement there, Gary. And of course, our feature match this morning is going to be the Enoggera Bowls Club representing Zone 4 and Marlin Coast representing Zone 8. And Gary, if you can go through the teams that we're live streaming.
Okay, well, we have a ladies game first up for you folks, and we'll be mixing and matching the program as we advance through the weekend. Needless to say that there's 2 groups of 4 in each of both men and the women, and they play a round-robin series. This morning's game this afternoon and tomorrow morning, which is a very early start, I believe, and then the final in the afternoon of men and women. But the game we're bringing you, as Brian has said, is the Enoggera lady, a team of Enoggera ladies from Brisbane District playing the Marlin Coast, and we have for Enoggera, we've got Penny Anderson, Olivia Rothwell, Christine Baxter, and Maria Rigby. And they're up against Jeanette from Marlin Coast, Jeanette Ward, Edna Parks, Marion Selwood, and Christine Scott. Now that's the first match we'll be showing you, and the ladies have just completed their roll-ups, and they've got a mid-green powwow going on up there. Enoggera girls, they're getting right into it there, Brian, aren't they?
Well, it's wonderful to see a great cross-section we have here, though, Gary, and it's, mate, the conditions here, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you, and our thoughts and prayers, whatever, go out today to everyone caught up in the bushfires, because it's very, very smoky down here. It's there's no blue sky out there. It's just sheer smoke. The wind's starting to get up now. So I think the conditions should be very tiring on the competitors today. So anyway, we see the first end. They've just rolled a good 3/4 length. Marlin Coast have won the toss. And away we go. First bowl by the Marlin Coast lead. It's Jeanette Ward.
Jeanette Ward, yes. So, well, there's the first bowl coming up. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing, which is probably not a bad idea, Brian, because as you've said, it's very hazy, isn't it, with the smoke? Not that it's sort of blindingly difficult, but you can see it hanging about, and the breeze is coming as you're looking at your screen from the left-hand side of the green. It's an easterly.
No, that's for sure.
It's probably going to be a bit of a help. It's not strong enough to want to put any of these ladies off. But
there's a nice little start there from Penny Anderson, who, of course, is leading up for the Maria Rigby combination. So we've got Jeanette Ward back on the mat now. And isn't it wonderful to see these people down from far north Queensland, Gary, to represent their zone?
Well, I mean, there's a hell of a lot of travel involved, isn't there? And I mean,
it certainly is.
By the time you pay for all your airfares and everything else and your meals and your accommodation, it's certainly not cheap, is it? But you'd rather do that and not be here at all, wouldn't you?
Oh, for sure. It's just absolutely said it's a wonderful format. And, of course, once again, it's a very big thank you to Bowls Queensland for allowing us to showcase this wonderful event, Gary, that's for sure.
Well, we're more than happy to do it. And Jeanette's... Is that Jeanette? I'm done. It's the Enoggera lady. It's
Penny Anderson.
Yeah, Penny Anderson. You'll notice that the hand that the ladies have elected to play, that hand that Penny just played there, that is the wider of the two hands. With the breeze coming from the left of your screen.
As we see Jeanette just playing her backhand, which is, sorry, it's not Jeanette, it's the second.
Yeah, we'll get it sorted, mate. It's Edna Parks.
It is Edna Parks, of course.
Now, you'll notice there, folks, and don't need me probably to tell you that bowl didn't come back very much at all against the breeze.
That is the narrow hand, Gary, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Now, we've got Olivia, is it? Olivia Rothwell. And she's gone out quite nicely here.
Should come home very well here. He's got a good-looking bowl here. Maybe just a little bit long.
Just a bit over, but she's the only one so far has worked out the grass on that hand, so she'll be able to correct that.
Yes, absolutely, Gary. Lovely bowl there, lovely catchment areas. We see Edna again playing her backhand. I tell you what, she's got this pretty well pointed. She's going to come around this front bowl.
Yeah, well, probably into it, is she?
Yep.
Yeah, but that's a damn good attempt because she corrected her line a bit there.
She did. She corrected
her weight. She had to bring it in a bit. Yeah, she did.
She
corrected both.
So we see Isabel. Isabel.
No, it's Olivia. Olivia Rothwell.
Yep.
Playing again with the blue bowls, and she played exceptional grass with her first one.
No, that's for sure. She
just needed to correct her weight by about 3 feet, and I think she's probably corrected a bit too much. But that's an indication that Olivia's here to play because she's the one who's taken pretty much the proper grass with both of those bowls.
No, that's for sure, Gary. It's going to be very hard for them to sort out the first few ends. They only had a 2-end roll-up, Gary.
Yes, they did.
In some competitions, of course, ladies and gentlemen, as you're fully aware, they'll have a good hour on the green before they start.
Yep.
Well, with the ceremonies and everybody arriving here this morning, they had a 2-end roll-up, and away they go.
We've got to remember too, Brian, that we're in New South Wales, and they're an hour ahead of where we are in Queensland. So it was only just down the road.
Well, it's very debatable if New South Wales ahead of Queensland, mate, in my opinion. But anyway, we'll save that debate for another day, mate.
Yeah, we will.
So,
now, we're not real sure who's got shot here. I wouldn't mind betting that bowl on the right-hand side of the jack, the white bowl.
I wouldn't be surprised, Gary, that's for sure. It looks
could be the one.
We've got Marion Selwood
playing her second bowl. She's
just not going to be too far away.
Yeah, well, she's corrected her weight okay because she ran.
And that's a pretty good catchment area just there, Gary.
Well,
that's a very good catchment area.
If you can grab it on the forehand, probably.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. So
okay, so this is Christine Baxter.
Yeah, Christine Baxter playing her second bowl. She's got a nice grass line here with this one here. How's her weight going to come?
Well, I reckon she's probably not quite wide enough, is she?
She's running pretty well, though. Look at this.
Maybe I'm wrong. Yep.
Oh, gee whiz, just a
okay, now what are the skips indicating here? Are they going to give us a heads up on this?
No indication.
No, Maria said, no, you can sort that out yourself.
Sort it out yourself, fellas.
So we got Jeff Lanham, Tim Swanson, and a few others watching with Ben Slater. Good morning, Ben. Morning, Dave Baker. He's a regular. Lenny Jaffray. Danny Patrick Supple. Yeah, good morning, Danny. I'll be looking forward to meeting you at Brody one day. And Bob McCauley, welcome all and share it around, folks, and we'll see how far we can go.
I'm a bit concerned about Mark Sharman, who's a good friend of mine from the South Australia region, but he says, good morning, fellas. Brian, hope you're going great, old boy. What's his old part?
Oh, yeah, they don't let you forget it, do they?
What's his old part?
They don't. They jump right in.
G'day, Mark. Good to see
you. Now, what... And it's happened there, I think.
The red bowl just
went forward. Well, that's definitely shot. That's now, definitely I think shot. That was...
we see Maria's playing the forehand, which is not a bad Bowl, how's her
Yeah,
weight?
she's pretty well
Running.
down there, mate.
Yeah, she's playing Cos Maria, Ricky.
Oh, she's legend.
And she's got a lot
What
of
a wonderful shot.
a lot of experience, Maria. Like straight off first bowl.
First bowl, mate, cop
Straight-
that, she
Straight
said.
onto it. Straight onto it. So listen, Gary, we're going to have a little bit of a guest commentator coming in for a little while.
Yep.
So we're just going to utilise while there's one bowl here, as we see it. Tell you, not a bad bowl here from Christine Scott. Just ran through a little bit there, but Maria definitely got one shot. So we got a bloke coming on board at the moment who's going to do a bit of commentary while he's here this morning, and a few people know him, but few people might know him. He's a pretty well travelled CEO of Bowls Queensland. Welcome aboard, Brett Wilkie. G'day, Brett.
Good morning, Brian.
What a wonderful start by Maria, first bowl, resting toucher. How would you handle these conditions this morning with the wind blowing? It's very inconsistent, Brett.
Yeah, it's sort of up and down a little bit, but great for confidence getting that first bowl very close.
Oh, mate, isn't it? What like a magnificent bowl. Maria coming down to have a look at the head, and with the preparations and everything, everything seems to be running very smoothly. So, again, as a hearty congratulations to the Bowls Queensland match committee, who have done a wonderful job assembling everybody and getting them off on time. And the match committee, of course, is normally heavily criticised, you could say. They're not given the credit they deserve sometimes, Brett.
Yeah, people don't realise the work they do behind the scenes. They've done a great job once again in assembling everyone this morning. Great opening, and also in conjunction with the Tweedheads Bowls Club, they've done a great job as well.
Absolutely, mate. The hospitality and the presentation of the clubhouse and the greens and everything is first class, and what a great weekend of bowls we've got here, mate. We've got some great bowlers from a great cross-section of the bowling community from all over Queensland. So I tell you what, Maria's not too far away with this one. She's just going to be a little bit wide, but no, it's definitely one, if not two, I think you'll find. They're taking one out anyway. Of course, there goes the second one.
It's a bit more pleasant today too than yesterday. It was fairly warm, but a little bit more pleasant today.
Just
for
saying
the
to
conditions.
Everybody, Brett, that normally Tweed has beautiful blue sky, but we can't see the sky here this morning because of the smoke that's around. So our thoughts, of course, go out to all those people in the bushfire ravaged southeast Queensland, mate. It's pretty sad seeing some of the fires. And
Yeah, that's right. Also, New South Wales are copping it pretty hard too.
New South Wales, northern New South Wales, of course. That's exactly where we are at the moment. It's northern New South Wales. Now we see the girls here can't decide on who's got third shot, so when in doubt, get the measure out.
Taken more than three out, I think, Brian. They've got
Looks that way. They've got a few.
out there. Four.
Yep, that's a nice start there for the Enoggera team. We couldn't really tell whose bowl was who there from the start. So anyway, it's a nice start. See, 4 shots. So Maria looks pretty happy with that one. Penny Anderson leading up for the Enoggera, and I'd assume that would not obviously be the wife of Jamie Anderson.
Yeah, it's Jamie's wife.
Yeah, it's good to see Penny enjoying her bowls.
Yeah, she's relatively new into the game now in the last couple of years, I think. So really enjoying the game after Jamie's been involved for so many years, and she's been watching. She's now in there enjoying it and
great to see.
And, getting out about herself. So
and that's one great thing about our great sport too, Brett, is as you said, she's been playing for a couple of years, and here she is on the one of the highest stages the state's got to offer, mate. Division 1 Pennant state playoffs. Well, very well done to Penny. So she must have put in a lot of hours of practice, I'd say, to get where she is.
Yeah, I played against her in the Brisbane Open singles earlier this year, and she's really keen to improve and learning all the time. So she's loving her bowls at the moment.
It's fantastic. See, Penny's bowl there is probably just good 7-8 foot through their head, but then this is the first time they played back into the breeze, so I assume she's psychologically tried to put a bit more on that bowl to make sure it reached. So
it's dropped off a little bit at this stage.
It has dropped off. That's what happens sometimes, as we see Jeanette Ward playing her first bowl. I think she's fallen for the same trick too, Brett. She's just psychologically put a bit more on to reach it and just went through. So Penny, of course, got the opportunity here to correcting. So you've been pretty well travelled in the last couple of weeks. You've been Townsville, Thursday Island.
Yeah, it's had a great North-South series up in Townsville at the Suburban Bowling Club. That was one of the clubs that got affected by the floods earlier in the year, and they've done an amazing job there getting a brand new green up and running, and also their whole clubhouse was gutted inside, and they've redone it all, the floors and cool rooms and bar and kitchen and that sort of thing. So full credit to them. They've done an amazing job to get it back up and running, and they also were rewarded with being the Bowls Australia Club of the Year.
Wonderful achievement in such a short time, Brett. The turnaround, it's a credit to everybody concerned up there.
Yeah, it's a fully volunteer club, so the volunteers have all banded together and done a great job. And the green ran really well, as the quality of all the rinks that were being played in that event, both the men's and women's. Everyone was commenting on the quality of the heads and the bowls that were on display. So it was great for bowlers all over Queensland. The north-south exposes players from all over Queensland coming together to play off. So it was
absolutely fantastic.
A really good series.
And of course Thursday Island, the opening of the new green up there, which I saw was looked absolutely superb location right on the water's edge up there, but I guess it would be a little bit breezy at various times, I assume.
Yeah, it was an amazing spot. The bowling green is about probably 10 metres, or not even 10 metres, 5 metres from the edge of the water of the ocean there, or in the islands. There's a number of islands all around that area, and Thursday Island's got islands sort of all the way around it. And the club did have a 4-rink black rubber surface for their bowling green prior to now, and now they were fortunate enough to get a grant from the Queensland government to help them lay a new green, and also the Moama Bowling Club donated the surface to them. So
very good of Moama to donate that green to them, Brett, that's for sure. But
yeah, so now they've got a 7 or 8 rink green, full-size green. They can play both directions, right on the edge of the water, palm trees around the green.
Magnificent,
yeah. It's a beautiful setting. They've also cleaned up the clubhouse and done a few renovations there, and their opening, they had somewhere between 200 and 300 people there at the opening. It was a great turnout by the locals, and they just all supported it really well. And it's another club fully run by volunteers that have done an amazing job to get to where they are.
Mate. Absolutely marvellous, that's for sure, mate. It looked to be a wonderful location, and of course it was great to see President Peter Williamson, Vice President Kerry Green, of course yourself up there at the opening ceremony, and I know from what I've been told it went over very, very well, Brett, so congratulations on behalf of all the players, and it's great to see Thursday Island up and running and got a fully fledged green up there, and not black, so it should be a little bit, not too much, but a little bit cooler on the feet, I assume.
They said that the old black one got fairly hot and melted a few shoes the next day, but
yes,
they had they had a great turnout and some traditional food, and also some singing and dancing from the Torres Strait Islanders. It was great cultural event to be a part of, and full credit to the club. And Russell Hubbard, the president there, has done an amazing job, along with his committee and volunteers to get it to where it is today. So they're now looking at trying to have some a major tournament there every year too. So it'd be good to keep an eye out.
I see a lovely bowl there. Lovely bowl there for the Enoggera team. Christine Baxter looks like she just played a beautiful bowl there. So you've been pretty well travelled the last week or so, mate. You've seen a good part of far north Queensland, and
we also called into Cairns in between Townsville and so to get to Thursday Island, you've got to fly from Cairns to Horn Island and then get a ferry across to Thursday Island.
What a beautiful try here too. It's a very, very Marion Selwood.
We spent a day in Cairns. We went and had a look at a few clubs and met up with some of the locals there, and had a good chat, which was good.
Which is always great to do, Brett, isn't it, to get out to some of these destinations and catch up with some of our members and try and help them if we can, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
It's always good to get round, say hello to everybody. That's for sure. And, mate, we've got a great weekend of bowls here. We're going to be live streaming 4 colossal games, and of course, as we were saying before, like from Broadbeach, well, from Tweed Heads really in the south to Marlin Coast in the north, you don't get much of a better cross section of the Queensland community than that, do you?
That's right. It's always a great event, the state pennants, when they're coming from far and wide. They all enjoy making it to this stage and then doing their best.
Well, the thing about it though too, Brett, you've got to take your hat off to the dedication. If you see Maria Rigby here just trying to sit that bowl, she's very close. Lovely try, lovely bowl there by Maria. may be in the count too, I'd say, by the looks of that.
It was pretty close.
Be pretty close to it, that's
pretty
for sure.
handy position.
Yeah, no, very handy there, mate. So absolutely, mate, the dedication of some of these players though, Brett, you know, I mean the travelling involved and just the sheer enthusiasm for this great game of ours. It's just a pleasure to witness here this morning, the excitement when they were getting their little flag presented to them for being zone winners. It was just absolutely first class to watch.
Yeah, that's right. Many of these teams travel thousands of kilometres for their zone games to play off. So it's it's a lot of time and money to get to this stage from a lot of, especially a lot of northern and country areas.
No, absolutely first class, mate. It really is, and I said, what a wonderful get together of a cross section of the Queensland bowling community we do have. As we see, a good try here. She's just going to knock it. Going to probably get second shot out of that, I assume, and that bowl doesn't fall over.
Great try.
Great try. Very good bowl there from Christine Scott, the skipper of the Marlin coast side. So Penny Anderson, of course, has got the mat. So as you said, she's spent many an hour on a bowling green watching her husband play bowl. So now she's got to go and do it herself, eh? As we see also too, another daughter taking after the father, which is Tony Allen, of course, taking after Dad. She just didn't realise there were so many hours in the day. Loves getting up early in the morning.
Marlin Coast was one of the bowls clubs we went to when we were up in Cairns. That's just north of Cairns at Trinity Beach.
Trinity Beach.
It's a nice part of the world.
Yeah, no, it's some beautiful destinations.
They've got a nice covered green at their club, synthetic with a roof over the top.
Yep, no, nice start there by Penny.
We also did some training there years ago before they had a roof.
Yep.
When the Australian squad was training for the Commonwealth Games in Delhi, they found that the Marlin Coast had similar surface to what they were going to use in Delhi.
Yes.
Which was a needle punch at the time, and they decided to have all their trials and training in the humid conditions in the warmer months up in Marlin Coast. And
be very warm up there in those conditions, won't it? That's for sure.
They were very accommodating. Back then it was around 2009, 2010. And it was great to see that part of the world regularly.
No, that's fantastic, Brett. We see Penny playing a second bowl. She's sticking to this forehand, and why wouldn't she? She played the first one very, very nicely.
Pretty good starter, her first one.
Yeah, very good starters. We see this one here running in very nicely too, just crumbing around this front one, and she's achieved that. 2 shots there to Penny Anderson, so I'm sure Jimmy will be taking credit for training her up over the years, I assume.
Pretty good line.
Beautiful line with both her bowls, isn't she?
Yeah, both players.
So we see Jeanette Ward sticking the forehand also too. This one here, I think grass line is going to be a little bit underdone by the looks of it. Just struggling a little bit with just trying to get used to the breeze and that, Brett, first up. So
it's just come up a little bit again.
Yep.
The weight wasn't too bad. She probably would have nearly had enough to count.
No, that's for sure. As we see the Bowls Queensland flag up flying just where we are, really, Brett. Up there on the balcony.
Yeah, it stands out there, doesn't it? The big white flag.
The big white flag certainly does. Again, they're just pulling up just a little bit across there is Olivia Rothwell.
The wind's blowing across that way.
Across that way. Yeah, so we've got Edna Parks on the mat at the moment. And again, they're just struggling a little bit, aren't they, with their grass line there, Brett. The leads had the grass line absolutely impeccable, where the seconds are just struggling. As you said, though, the wind has increased slightly now. Just good
weight again.
Very good weight. So
they're turning early. The wind's getting hold of them early in the piece.
It certainly
is.
This
one.
Yeah, no, Maria's just pointing out there again to just get out a little bit wider. So anyway, we've got Edna Parks on the mat at the moment. She's definitely corrected her grass line. Just going to be depending upon her weight now, and the bowl's starting to work just nicely. You watch this one here come home. Just going to be a little bit long, I think, but again, it's corrected pretty well. But even then, look at that, still crosses the head slightly there, Brett. So it just goes to show you how much the wind is starting to pick up now. So
went fairly hard there at the end, didn't it?
It certainly did. They're not too
a bad spot though. If someone jags the jack,
could be very handy.
Heading
mate.
That direction,
mate. A lot of these players, though, mate, they won't jag the jack like you old blokes, mate. They'll actually draw too. See a beautiful bowl here coming in here.
Yeah, Well, I knew that had happened, bro. I was told that.
Yeah, no, it's a lovely bowl there.
Yeah, well, it's changed it up now. They couldn't see the jack before behind Jenny's bowl, Penny's bowls, but it's out in the open now.
Christine Baxter, she played that very, very well. Very, very nicely. So we've got Marion Sherwood on the mat at the moment. Again, now this is where they've got to really adapt to and just change their grass line slightly, don't they? We're very conscious of the fact that they had to take a lot of grass before, where now they've just got to come under those bowls or maybe around them, or around them by the looks of that.
Yeah, she had a good grass line.
She had a very good grass line on that one.
Those bowls look like they're nearly right in the road now, the two white ones and the blue.
Well, they are. You've really got to play pretty much the perfect bowl to get round there and sit, don't you? You know what I mean?
I don't think it'll hold under. Well, the wind's stopped now, so she's allowed for it.
Going to hang there by the looks of it, Brett.
No breeze to get her back.
Yeah. I'm just going to bring Gary Thomas back in board for a sec. I'm just going to go and I've just got to do something before the person asked me to go and see them, so I am too. So I was going to leave you with Gary, Brett. So you've been in good hands, mate. So be gentle with him.
I'll try.
Go, mate.
Well, it's getting quite cluttered up the front now. Not easy to get to on both hands. Backhand's definitely blocked off, although with the wind blowing down that side on the backhand, they may hold up. We welcome Gary back to the commentary.
Good morning, Brett.
How are you this morning, Gary?
Yeah, good, mate. Going well and enjoying it so far. I'm just inside talking to our Broadbeach girls who have got a bye in the first round.
Okay.
Because they're all sitting around drinking coffee. Julie Julie said that that's not a problem. She's starting to eat too many of the biscuits. Yeah, good to talk to you, Wiz. And I've sort of missed what was happening with the game, so I can see it on the screen there now that the Enoggera girls have a 5-0 lead against the Marlin Coast ladies, and I think from my what I saw before,
a little bit of fortune there, a little bit of a rub.
Yeah,
may not have quite been enough, but
I think the Enoggera ladies, yes, they're still holding one with that raspberry coloured bowl. Oh no, this is not going to work, Wiz. You'll have to watch. She can come round the back when we... Oh!
That's all good.
Oh, I thought she was trying to get in.
Oh, what a good shot from Maria there. Snuck through the gap.
Yes, indeed.
Little toucher.
Well, she's an excellent bowler, isn't she?
She's made two there now.
She's been around for quite a number of years.
So she'll be looking for a little bit of weight under here to sit the bowl, trail the jack. Oh, the wind's got her.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, the wind's sort of up and down a bit there. It's sort of 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's not. So some are getting affected and some aren't. All the players just trying to work it out at the moment.
So Enoggera once again won the end. Did you say how many it was, Brett?
No, I think it was two.
Two, you think?
Yeah, 7-0 after 4 ends. On this end rink.
Paul Ryan is watching. Luke Day, good morning. Fraser Maguire, he's a regular. Bob McCauley, Sam Clough, David Baker, Steve Carney, and welcome aboard, everybody, and share it as much as you want to. The more people watching this, the better the bowls has got to be the winner.
Yeah, the more people we can get it out to, especially the non-players, to expose the game and get to be able to watch.
Well, a lot of us regular watchers of lawn bowls have got friends that don't play.
Yeah, that's
whether
right.
it be cousins or other members of the family or just friends that you've met in life, and they're the ones that we can get involved in the game. So much the better.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a very good shot, Jack High bowl.
Yeah, very good weight.
And they're all electing to play that wider hand, Wiz, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. Jeanette Ward there from Marlin Coast with the blue bowls.
Mm-hmm. There's another nice shot coming in here. It's just got the run in its legs. Ooh,
Not quite.
No, that's pretty close.
In the knock-up zone, though.
Yes, it is. Just looking over the edge of the table, that's not shot. The blue bowl is still shot, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, blue's still shot.
Yep.
So she's just got to try and miss that last white bowl.
Yes, indeed.
Jeanette Ward from the Marlin Coast. It's a pretty good attempt.
She's done it.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, that's a lovely
What a
bowl.
good shot.
Well, she played with such good weight the first one too,
Yeah.
Brett, didn't she?
Yes.
She's just trying to find that correct line to get past the white, and she did.
Yeah, very good
So
bowling there.
Jeanette's-
Good lead bowling.
Oh, wonderful. Jeanette's got 2 now. So now it's back to Olivia Rothwell, I think.
Yeah, Maria's just asked her to give it a little bit of a chance there, down there. Sit a bowl, trail a jack. Or if she misses, she'll finish in a good spot just behind the head. She's having a good attempt.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, she's just gone under it.
Oh,
I think Jack moved there, didn't it? Has he got a,
not
might
sure,
have
but
been the breeze.
it was a very good bowl. Good second shot.
I thought that she got a toucher. Yeah, she did, because Maria's just gone down the market. I'm sure I saw that Jack just move a wee
I
bit.
thought she had more weight on it than that. It died pretty quick, didn't it?
Sure did, but she played a lovely bowl, didn't she? Okay, so this is we're getting our photo taken now.
Did you
Unbelievable.
put your makeup on this
No,
morning,
mate,
Gary?
no, mate.
No? Done your hair?
Yeah, well, I did that.
Well, she's
But,
on a good track again if she's got the weight.
I left me lippy at home.
Oh, I think she's taken it off.
She has.
Probably the right line, really, for giving a bowl a chance with about 4 feet.
Okay, so Jeanette Ward from the Marlin Coast team is holding the shot. So they'd be pretty keen to get off the board, get on the board here, because at the moment they're 7-0 down.
Got Edna Parks on the mat now, bowling a second bowl. Looks a bit on the tight side.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna.
Well, the wind has dropped.
Yeah,
so
it's not as strong, but it's still gonna. Unless she would have finished quite a good deal narrow.
Yeah, weight probably wouldn't have been too bad, but
Now Maria's calling. Is it Christine? Is it?
Christine
About
Baxter.
to play. Yep. Calling her out on that wider hand. I don't think she's got enough territory either, Brett. Yeah.
No. Not quite the weight either. She was looking for
No.
probably 3 or 4 feet.
No.
Little trail there.
No, that's it.
So, yeah, you
Or
need to give them a chance.
To sit that pale blue bowl.
Yeah, they've got a few options there. They've got the
Yep.
white bowl to knock up, sit the blue or trail a jack.
Yep, for sure. So there's 3. That's the hand you'd want to be playing, isn't it?
Yeah.
With 3 chances. Okay.
You're better off probably overplaying
Yeah,
it than
no,
underplaying,
Maria,
dropping
that's-
shorts. No.
See, Maria's all over
Very
this. She knows. I mean, she's a very experienced. She's a very experienced bowler in her own right, Maria. But she skipped for so many years as well, and she's latched onto this.
Yeah, former Australian player.
Yes, indeed. And here it comes. And this doesn't look too bad if the weight's there, because it's been grasped fairly well. We just can't quite see. Maria's leaning inwards.
Not a lot of wind to get
Oh,
to
no,
blow
I
it
think
back
she's
at the
gone
moment.
round behind, but Maria wouldn't be too disappointed with that, because she could. Any movement of the jack in either directions, a pull, grab, or a slice is going to help them.
Yeah, well, there's only 2 bowls past the jack at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's both the Enoggera bowls. So
Yep.
any movement on the jack's going to be good for them.
That's it. Now here comes another shot from
It's not far away.
Marion, is it? Marion Selwood.
Oh, good shot. Mm.
Oh, that's a lovely bowl. Now, she's made 2 out of that, I believe.
Yeah. Good
So-
weighted bowl.
Yes, indeed. And unfortunately, she didn't touch the jack at all, Brett, because she might have
Yeah.
gone down with the one.
One thing I
behind
know
her.
here, Gary, I think Maria will not be short.
No,
She will not be short.
no, she won't. But see, she's such a quality. Well, they all are. They have to be good players to get this far. But
Yeah, that's right.
she's such a quality bowler. she's still got an opportunity on either hand to play to make a selection, hasn't she?
Yeah, I think she'll stay on the backhand.
Yep.
The forehand's probably just a bit fluky with the breeze.
Yes,
Might be a bit tight to get down there. So
well, Maria's been calling her girls to play that hand.
Yeah.
So there's no reason why she would want to.
She's in the
Make
area.
a change there. What's she got here? She got one. Yes, she has. She's got one out. A very, very nice bowl too. It was.
It looks like they've got 2 seconds now. Enoggera. So
I would think so.
Christine Scott from Marlin Coast will be trying to get another one in there.
Yeah, she will. She's not going to be anywhere near wide enough with this one, but she might have. Oh, no, she hasn't blocked that hand either. Now, do you think Maria will stay on the same hand?
No,
she has.
She's on the forehand.
Oh, she's on the other hand. Okay, I couldn't quite see from the.
She's drifting.
Yeah, she's hanging there. She's holding. Edge.
Oh, good shot.
She's got it. Now, that's the quality of the lady that we're talking to.
Yeah, it's a
talking
very good
about.
shot.
And she's made 2 shots out of that.
No, I think she's taken her own, one of her second shots out.
Oh, she did too, because that's the Marlin Coast bowl on the left, isn't it?
One to Enoggera at this stage.
There's only one. Now, the girls are sort of getting
good shot there of the big Marlin.
Yeah. They get in the way. Look, yeah, they do that. I mean, you can't help it. You get excited, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. You get it.
And we sort of ask
invested in the game. And
sure.
Excited, so.
We ask them politely before the match begins if they could keep it in mind to steer clear of the centre line and the camera, but invariably they tend to forget.
One more to Enoggera, takes them to 8-0.
Takes them to 8. So the Marlin Coast girls are...
Yeah, well, they were looking good there for a while,
they
holding two,
They were, and they haven't... it's not as though they've sprayed them all over the place, is it?
No, they've been in the mix. They just can't get on the board at this stage, but sure it won't be long.
We've got Cher, Storm, Friedman, I think it is now. Cher's been a regular view, and she's watching from sunny California. Stephen Gaffney, Cheryl Hutchison, morning Hutch.
I know they've been playing the US Open over in America.
Yeah, they did. I saw that.
Recently.
Darren Turner's with us, Ann Simpson, Tom Blucher, Irene Brown, Luke Day again, and there's a few more creeping in, and it's all good to have you on board. Yes, the American, I think it was a men's pairs, wasn't it?
They had men's and women's events over there. The US Open, it's always a very popular event.
Have you ever played in that, Wes?
No, I haven't, but I'd like to get over there one day.
Yeah.
They're playing some nice spots over there. I think they've might have been Laguna Beach one year. It was very nice looking at the photos.
Yeah. What sort of
good shot there from Jeanette Ward out on the wide hand.
What sort of pace of the green and stuff would be over? Would you have any idea? Or
I'm not sure.
No, I don't imagine they'd be quite the same as what we have here. But anyway, I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so what's... Oh, it's a good effort. I think it just drifted past.
Good correction. It's a handy bowl there from Penny.
Yeah, so Jeanette Ward is about to play her second bowl, and she's holding shot. And she's been very consistent, hasn't she?
Yeah,
she's the one who's given the Marlin Coast ladies a decent start in the ends that I've seen.
Another good bowl
She's
here.
got another good shot here. In fact, it's probably better than her first.
Yeah, very good bowling.
2 lovely bowls. And she's on that wider hand too, which the girls appear to be favouring at this stage.
Yeah, they're all been on that wide hand.
Mark Jones has joined us. He said, scratching my... Oh, I'm not going to repeat that. I won't say any more. Mark Rooney, Noel Beitzel, Patricia Roland Allsop. Go the Marlins. I can't quite read that. It's a bit too much light. Okay.
Just on the other rinks, we've got Enoggera leading 7-0 on the third rink, and Marlin Coast leading 4-3 on the middle rink at this stage. So overall, Enoggera have got the better start, but long way to go, Gary.
Yes, it's a long way, mate. We've only played, how many? About 12 or 13 ends or something.
Yeah, so each rink are playing 21 ends.
Yep.
This morning, and then they have 3 rounds, so they have 2 rounds today. 2 sections of 4. So they play 3 sectional games, 2 today, 1 in the morning, and then the section winner from each section will play the final tomorrow afternoon around 12 o'clock Queensland time.
Yeah, well, we've got a very early start tomorrow, Wiz, because I believe that the games are going to start, 7:30 Queensland time.
Yeah, 7:30 a.m. Queensland time in the morning for the third
round. We're
round.
going to have to be up pretty early tomorrow morning, don't we?
I think some of the teams have got to fly out tomorrow night.
Well, they do.
So the early starts to help those teams make sure they get to the airport. So
that's exactly right.
Some can fly out from the Gold Coast, which is just sort of 5 minutes down the road. But other teams from certain parts of Queensland have to go out through Brisbane.
Yeah, go to Brisbane.
They have to make the journey up to the Brisbane airport, which is probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. So
from here it is.
So they can get home this evening.
So that'll be happening tomorrow. Now, we've got on the middle rink there, as Brett just indicated, the Marlin Coast girls are leading 4-3, did you say?
Yes, 4-3.
And in that particular match, we got the... We're just waving through the window. In that particular match, we've got the Spice Girls.
Yeah, mother and daughter.
Mother and daughter. Now, we've got Tricia from the Marlin Coast is playing third against Emma. Oh, lovely shot from Marlin lady. I'm not too sure that is. Against her daughter, Emma.
Yeah, that was Judy Curtain. Just drew a toucher there. High fives all round.
Yeah, for sure. They're doing their part of the deal.
It's one of the beauties of our game, isn't it, Gary? That parents and the kids can play each other, or grandparents, grandchildren.
That's it. I mean, it's
all enjoy the game.
Absolutely, and it's not a situation you see a lot, is it, Brett? Usually, the families members are all part of the same, like through natural joining members and what have you.
Yeah,
they're all usually part of the same club, but you don't often get to see mother and daughter playing against one another in exactly the same position. They're both playing third.
Yeah. Well, Emma started at the Marlin Coast Bowling Club.
Yeah, I believe she did, yeah.
Mother and father.
Yeah.
And made the journey down south.
And Daddy will be watching, no doubt.
Yeah, ran into David last week.
David be
up there in Cairns. It's good to catch up.
Yeah.
Does a lot of work at the Marlin Coast Bowling Club.
I'm sure he does.
Bowls Club.
Yeah, he'll be tuned in there. Okay, so... have you got anything here you want to mention? It's a bit hard to read, isn't it, sometimes? You'd know all those people, was it? I'm sure.
Good attempt there from Maria. We just can't quite see it on the screen, but she wasn't far away. Just turned to bowl up, but I'm not sure whose bowl it was.
Marlene Bernarda, I think you would say that. She's watching from cold old Wodonga down in northern Victoria this morning. She's off to another ordinary Saturday of Pennant. And then we had Darren Turners come on and said Daddy Spice is probably still in bed. I don't think he would be. He'd be up watching his girls. Although he's not being able to watch them directly, we can give him an update. So I need the binoculars to see the scoreboard, Wes. I know you're okay.
Just changed the hand there, so I'm not sure what ball she's knocked up there. Might be one to Enoggera, I think. Yeah. I think Maria might have turned that bowl in with the first one to make it shot.
Okay.
So it takes them to 9-8 now on this rink we're featuring here.
Yeah. 9.
Between Enoggera Bowls Club and the Marlin Coast Bowls Club.
9-0, you mean? So
9-0, yes.
Yeah. So at this stage, and you all know that it's the overall score that's the most important, and at the present time, the Enoggera ladies are leading 19 to, what was that other board? 19.
7-0, the third one.
4. What is it? Oh.
19-4.
No, 19. 7 and 3. Plus
19-4.
9. So it's 19 to 4. And we normally put it up here, don't we, Tone? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get the overall score on the screen soon.
Hopefully.
When it gets through the game a little bit more, what the overall is.
So it's a total, as you would all know, it's a total of 63 ends. And the score is Enoggera 19-4. Now, we'll shortly hopefully be able to give you some scores of the other matches being played in other sections and divisions, which include, what a shot by Duck. Nolene Dutton, she's taken.
It's quite a strong section, this section. Broadbeach are the other team in this section, and then we've got a bye. So, three good clubs.
Well, that's it.
And then in the other half of the section of the ladies, in the other section there's Bagara, the Albert from Gympie, Algester and Brisbane, and North Mackay.
Yep.
So they're all doing battle in the other section to play the winner out of this section tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock, Queensland time.
Now, you folks at home probably can't see, but there's only 3 games going on this green at the present moment. And the reason is Brett just advised that the Broadbeach ladies were the other section, 2 teams in the section. We've had a team that were unable to be here. So that's the reason why there's a bye. They would ordinarily have been on this same green.
In the men's competition in Section 1, we've got Jubilee from Townsville, Swifts from Ipswich, Emerald and Tweed Heads, all in one section. And then the other section we've got Dolby, Enoggera, Pyalba from Harvey Bay, and Boyne Tannum. So, a lot of good mix from around the state there, Gary.
Oh, yes, mate. And it's interesting you've just mentioned that the Enoggera men and women are both here.
Well, they were both here last year too, and they were pipped at the post by Helensvale in both the men and women's event.
Yep.
So they've done very well. It's always hard to get to this stage.
But that sort of thing is always great for a club, isn't it? If you can, it just indicates the strength of your club, doesn't it? When you've got your men and your ladies all competing for the same title.
Yeah, that's right. So Club Helensvale won it last year in both grades.
They did.
And then the year before, Broadbeach won both grades together.
They did indeed.
It's been a little bit of a theme the last couple of years.
And the first time it was done was in 2015 when Broadbeach girls and the men both won. That was up at Bribey Island, and that was a weekend I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Or never remember. We celebrated long and hard after that.
Yeah, well, it's great to see the clubs doing well together, and it creates good harmony with the men and women of the club.
So it was the first time in Queensland history that the men and the women had won the both Division 1 Pennant championships, and that was in 2015. First time in Queensland. I believe it had already been done before in New South Wales to St John's Park.
Okay.
Did it.
The local club here, Tweed Heads, their men are playing in the finals here for the first time since 2002. They actually won it in 2002, but they haven't won the Gold Coast pennant since that time. So they've been really happy, and especially playing on their home green. They'll be looking to make an impact this weekend. Yes,
indeed they will, and they've it just seems unthinkable, doesn't it, Brett, that the club's as strong as the Tweed Heads people are, that they haven't won a Division 1 pennant since, what did you say, 2002?
2002, yeah.
It just it's just unthinkable, isn't it?
Their ladies have done well. They've won some since then. And
yes, they have.
But, first time for the men since then.
So we'll give you some previous winners in depth. And after we get a bit of a bo peep at what's going on here.
A little bit of a wayward head this time, Gary. A few strays.
Yeah, there's
a bit of a change of length, I noticed too.
Yeah, they have. They've shortened it up a bit, haven't they?
Yeah, shortened it up. And
tricked a few of them.
Throwing a few out. A few unders and overs.
What's happening? Now, I think the white bowls are the...
Penny Anderson's are the white bowls, so looks like the white's the shot at the moment. Still a bit of room though. So Skip's crossover.
Yes, there's room on either hand, isn't there, really? So we'll just have to sort things out as they go. Thanks, Tony. Don't know where Robbie's gone. He disappeared.
Maria Ridewood watching from Canada. Welcome, Maria.
Then we've got Jessie Spicer. 3 yards of read.
Good shot there from Maria Rigby from Enoggera. It's close.
Yep.
Still room, though, for Christine Scott from the Marlin Coast.
It can be very visually deceptive, Brad. Like, trying for us to work out who might have shot. We've fallen for the trap before, thinking some bowls are... There's a lovely bowl. Is she going to stop?
Oh, could be close.
She might have. What's the third indicating? Nothing.
Judging from the camera angle, you'd have to favour that last bowl.
You would think so, but we've fallen for that trap before.
Just can't quite see it.
No. It's coming in on that wider hand. I think they get down and have a bit of a look at this, but it's going under.
The wind's pushed her under. She would have had the weight.
Yeah, she did. Okay, so score is still 9-0. This is the last bowl.
Opportunity to get on the board here for Christine.
Christine, she'd be looking at... She might have already drawn the shot. We're not too sure, but she'd certainly be wanting to get more than one if she could. Yeah,
tight line, I think.
Yeah, she'd be disappointed with that after having played previous bowl. Now, the girls are on the board.
Yeah, well done.
Marlin Coast ladies are on the board. So they're
9-1. Maybe she was a bit scared with the last one. She was holding shot and she may not have wanted to give it away, Gary.
Well, you're probably right. You get the priorities, don't you?
Yeah.
You're thinking, I'm happy to have one. Previous winners
on the board.
They are. Previous winners, I'll give you to gradually. The ladies came into this event, as far as I can go back, in 2004 was the first time the ladies played off in the Pennants, and the winning club were from Manly. In 2005 was Mackay Suburban, and they won it also again in 2006, Mackay Suburban. 2007 Tweed Heads, 2008 was Tweed Heads, they went back to back as well. And we'll give you other winners as time permits.
I see the Mackay won it again in 2009, so they've
Mackay Suburban, they did. They won
Suburban.
3 and 4 years.
It's a good club there. We ran our multi-disability Queensland Championships at the Mackay Suburban Bowling Club earlier this year, and they did a fantastic job at Mackay Suburban Bowls Club, and also the Mackay City Bowls Club hosted that event in conjunction with each other. And
is the Mackay City one the one undercover?
They're both undercover. So they're just down the road from each other.
Oh, Suburban's undercover now.
Yeah, they've got one undercover and one outdoor.
Oh, okay.
And we had John Palmer and Vince McSherry at each of those clubs help us out. Yeah. And much appreciated for all their efforts.
Because I was a member at Mackay Suburban for 12 months when I went up there. I managed a hotel at a place called Walkerston, which was 10k inland. I only got to play 3 or 4 games, but I met a tremendous number of... and still remain good friends with a lot of them. Alan Howard and Pistol Pete Blackburn and Steve Rodolfi and the list goes on.
Yeah, they've got a good group of... They have.
And they're a very successful club, yeah.
I think it was Walkerston I went out to while I was up there. They've got a new covered green out there, the West Tigers. Okay. A brand new club.
Yeah, that's at the Rugby League Club.
Yes. Yeah, so it's a great...
complex
nice club there, right
next
next to part of the Rugby League Club. Yeah. They've got a covered green and beautiful facility. And cane fields around them as well. Yeah, and there's a lot of mining going on up there too. I mean, we were up there when, just before the boom, when it really boomed in about 2007, 2008, where the building game just went berserk. Yeah. Up around there. Oh, great shot there. Yeah, that's a lovely bowl from Edna Parks. Edna. Marlin Coast. She's actually played very well, hasn't she? Yeah, she's nailed that on the other hand. They've been playing the wider hand more, but she's tried the tight hand then and jumped straight on. Yeah, unfortunately we got this lady standing right in front of the camera and we can't see a dead burn thing.
But she's way up the other end.
I might be able to maybe get a view from the side camera.
Well, I don't know whether Tony can give us a side view, can you? Because we can't say anything. We can't say anything at all because she's way up the other end.
Well, she made a move now.
Yeah, she's not far, might be far enough. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Edna just got caught of the wind there on the tight hand then.
Yeah, she did. But
The Marlin Coast holding 1, but Enoggera have got 3 seconds at the moment. 2 seconds, sorry, with the white bowls.
Yep.
So this one's getting caught by the wind too.
Yeah, it's just been thrown out there a bit, isn't it,
Yeah.
Brett?
It's Olivia Rothwell.
Mhm.
She's a Queensland under-18 representative.
Yep. That's the young lady right in front of us just here.
Yeah, she went very well this year. All the girls did at and boys at the Australian Junior Championships were the best overall state, as were the over 60s Queensland team recently.
Yep.
So the last couple of Queensland teams to go away, the under 18s, over 60s doing a very good job.
Yep.
Overall best state.
Yeah, well, our girls, our senior over 60s ladies team have set the world on fire, haven't they? I think they've won 4 of the last 5, haven't they?
Yeah, they
Finished on top of the table.
had a great run.
Now, Tony has managed to get a side view for you there, folks, because that lady up the other end was in the way of the camera.
But she's out of the way now.
She's out of the way now. I think
She's on the mat now.
Yeah, well,
Christine Baxter.
Maria's probably in Maria's absence. Christine, and she hasn't got a bad bowl here, let me tell you.
She's given it a good chance there.
Oh, what a great shot.
Great shot.
And Maria, she's thrown her hat, nearly threw it in the air, but that's about it.
It's put in a pretty good position too for
Oh,
Enoggera. It's
absolutely.
not easy to get to. They've
No.
got to swing around on the wide hand there.
Yeah, she's certainly, she's not prepared to call her on that skinnier backhand, so she's going to have to toss this one out and pray. I just don't know whether she's going to have enough weight, is she?
Track's not too bad.
Yeah, she wasn't too bad. She's come back to the line, Brett, hasn't she, Nelly? Yeah. Well, that's pretty much exactly the grass she needed.
Yeah.
She just needs another 3 metres away, probably
might
more.
Even, might even be more.
Yeah.
Didn't quite come out the way she would have liked,
No.
I don't think.
So now here's Christine Baxter.
The Marlin Coast girls on the next rink have opened up a handy lead of
Right.
8-3 after 6 ends.
Okay.
And then on the third rink, Enoggera are up 7-2.
Yeah. Now Christine, she's had a pretty damn good line there too, but she's just dropped her weight by 4 or 5 feet. So anyway, it looks as though.
So the other 2 rinks at this stage are cancelling each other out.
Yeah.
So this rink is actually the difference at the moment.
Yes.
So 9-1, the 8 shots is the difference overall. But still a long way to go. Only played 5 or 6 ends on each rink. Playing 21 ends in this game here this morning. For the state pennant finals from all over Queensland. We have the 8 zone winners from across Queensland in both men and women playing off today and tomorrow. So we'll have 2 sections of 4, 3 sectional games, and then the winners of each section play off tomorrow at 12 o'clock Queensland time.
Yep.
Here at the Tweedheads Bowls Club. We must thank them for their support too of sponsoring this event.
Absolutely. And it's been a very famous and lovely club for a long time, Brett, hasn't it?
A lot of tradition here at Tweedheads with a lot of major events like the Golden Nugget,
Golden Nugget,
Australian Indoor Singles, and many other events, test series and different things have held here over the years. It's an icon of Australian bowls.
Well, it is, and it's
clubs.
one of the most famous clubs in Queensland, if not Australia, and
it's pretty well known around the world too.
Yes, and it would be. And the Greens have always run pretty good here too, haven't they?
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed playing here. So I think it was in the days when Johnny Wiper. Was it Johnny Wiper?
Johnny Wiper did a very good job for many years. He's recently retired.
Yep. And he was one of the guys, I always liked to come down here because Johnny was a smoker and he wouldn't have a bar of that where you weren't allowed to smoke on the green. He said, no. He said, this is a civilised club here. And I thought, you beauty, we're playing at Tweed, I could smoke.
So John's retired now.
Has he really?
Colin McPherson's the head greenkeeper here now, and assisted by John Bolzarolo.
Yeah, I met Johnny before.
John's playing in their Division 1 team here this weekend.
Johnny Baz, yeah, or Boz they call him, don't they? I've known Johnny for quite a while, and you would have too.
Yeah, played a lot with John.
He used to live out at Pacific Pines there, or somewhere Coomera or whatever. Does he still live up there, do you know?
Oh, I'm not sure.
A hell of a long way to come down here to Greenkeep, isn't it, each day, if that's what he's about.
He also used to live from up north, I think, maybe around the Mackay area.
Oh, did he?
He did somewhere up north he moved down from a few years ago.
Yeah. Now, the Enoggera ladies have claimed, I'm not too sure how many, we haven't, but they're leading off in the next end, so their score must have gone.
Yeah, we just can't see the scoreboard at the moment.
9-1, they're in the way, aren't they, Wilson? That's the hardest part. Let me see if I can get some view. No, I can't. So they must have won that previous end. We don't quite know how many they got. So Penny Anderson has played she's out with the wind and she's fairly narrow. So
it's just under the logo on the left-hand corner there at the moment.
Down there near that little sign on the lefty screen. And now Jeanette Ward is... Well, she's dropped a good 5 foot short, and here comes Penny once again. She appears to have much better grasp with this one, and I think her weight's not too bad. She might be a bit quick, is she? Anyway, she's fixed that up now. Tony has just indicated and put the score on the board as 10-1. There were a number of folks who made mention last week at Toowoomba that their picture was a little bit fuzzy. Now, there are ways in which you can correct that. If you look down the very bottom of your picture that you're looking at, there should be a bunch of icons down the bottom. One of them looks like a wheel or a tractor tyre or something like that. If you click on that, that'll give you viewing alternatives. And generally, the higher the number. I think most of our products come to you with the number 720. If you've got that on your screen, you can click that, and you'll find that your picture will be devoid of fuzz.
Sometimes it's the quality of the internet you've got coverage as well, whether you're on the mobile Wi-Fi, mobile coverage or Wi-Fi, just depending on the strength to what quality it may come through.
Yeah, but I just thought I'd mention that because there were a few people who were suggesting that their picture was very fuzzy. Well, I can assure you that it's not at this end. Now, who have we got?
Well, the Winds is getting hold of that.
Denise Burgess is watching, and now Rhino Bester is watching. Fiona Hall, and Brett Wilkie's watching. Of course you're watching. Why wouldn't he be? Yes, so it appears as though, the lady, I think it's Edna Parks, isn't it? Brett, who's...
Yeah, Edna Parks is the second for Marlin
She's the one with those very pale blue-coloured bowls, and she's the one who's really been setting it up for the team. But it's
a good shot there from Olivia Rothwell from Enoggera.
Olivia's just come down and said, well, I'm going to have something to say about this.
She's drawn the shot after being 2 down.
Yeah. And then...
Edna's probably got pretty good weight there, but the Winds
she's ended up pretty well Jack level, but she's way out on the left. Alan Sturziker is watching from Cressy in Tasmania. Good morning to you, Alan. We have...
Look at Anne Dunwoody just come on from Scotland.
Yeah, nice Anne's a regular, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a regular over around Australian Open time.
Oh, what's happening here? Oh, she's got the jack. What a great shot. That's a great shot. And Esther's
She dragged it back to two of their own
Not
too.
Esther,
So
Maria Rigby. Yes, she did.
she made 3 shots.
And Maria Rigby's given
Maybe
her
4.
the big signal there.
There's 3 bowls there, and there's one just out of screen at the bottom of the screen at the back there too, which is you can just see there on the bottom of the screen.
Marion
3 and a measure.
How's Marion going with this one? Has she got the weight to get up there?
She's got a good line.
She's had a good line, but she dropped 2 foot short on that. Probably a tad more. I don't know whether Brian's back. He wants to get back in here, does he? No?
Yeah, a lovely line there from Marion Selwood. If she can correct her weight, she'll be pretty close.
I met Anne. She was a member when she was here. She was a member at Broadbeach. She's a lovely lady, isn't she? Anne Dunwoody.
Yeah, she does a lot for bowls over the years in the media, and also a player. She's been in the Scottish squad.
She has. I was just going to say she's been an international player for Scotland.
Yeah.
We got Sue McKenzie watching, and we got Dave Spicer's joined us. Well, we always knew you'd be there somewhere, Dave, and good morning to you. We'll give you an update on what's happening. Your girls are playing again. I think you know they're playing directly.
Yeah, and your wife's got the upper hand on your daughter at the moment. They're 8 Marlin Coast girls on that rink.
Yeah,
they are 8-4
leading, and Nolene Dutton, who's well known to everybody, and her lady team, who's Nolene Skipping, they're down 8-4. I said to
so Mum's got the bragging rights
at
this
the
stage.
moment, but it's still a long way to go. I said to the girls before, I wished them all the best of luck, and I said we probably don't need an umpire, but we might need a boxing referee in case there's any punch-ups get started.
On the other rink, Enoggera are leading 10-4 after 7 ends. So each rink have played 7 ends at the moment.
Yeah.
With 10-4 to Enoggera, Marlin Coast 8-4, and then on this rink
it's 12-1.
10-1.
Oh, it's 12. Isn't it?
Good shot. No, it's 10-1. Good shot there from Maria Rigby. Makes it a little bit harder for Christine Scott of the Marlin Coast again now. So it's still drawable, but not easy when you're coming round bowls.
No.
Contending with a breeze.
You've got the wind on that hand, but generally speaking, that's the hand she's got to play, isn't it,
Yeah,
Brett?
the wind's coming from right to left as you look at the screen. So she's giving it a bit of air.
Yeah, she hasn't made a bad piece, but she might be just a little bit quick to get back. Yeah, she is.
Line was probably not too bad.
Yeah. So now...
well, they're holding a few here, at least.
Yeah, they could be.
At least 4, I think.
Yeah, it looks that way. And Marie's got a free kick here, although Christine's got 1 bowl to come. Now, she's gone well under the head with that one.
May even be 5 there for
Enoggera.
Enoggera.
Could be, well. Now, Christine is playing her final bowl.
Needs a big one.
Well, she's certainly got a hell of a lot more weight, but is she wide enough?
No.
Well, she's not.
She's over.
She wouldn't be happy with that, Bretto.
She's
well, she's actually had damn
line.
good weight because she's finished just a touch behind. Now, the girls are indicating 5 here. So the Enoggera ladies have gone to 15-1. And the other 2 rinks are up and down a bit. Scores have not totally, but almost balanced out on the other 2 rinks. So the 15-1 is the...
it all started from a little bit of fortune of dragging, trailing that jack 4 or 5 feet. I think she was only trying to draw.
Well,
but
she would have been, yeah.
But a little bit of fortune. They had a couple of bowls waiting back there.
Yeah,
And
so
they've capitalised on it. So
on the yellow master scoreboard, Enoggera leading 21-13. Oh, 24. Well, it could be more even because, I don't know, if they put that 5 on. If they put the 5 on.
So it'll be 29-13 at the moment now. After
29, yeah.
After that.
You've got to put those other scores on.
Yeah.
Now, on the rink next door.
Good start there from Penny Anderson. A little bit longer length than what we've been playing. Stretched it out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a good starter.
Lovely bowl, isn't it? And what's in store for you, Wes, in terms of competitive stuff? What are you doing?
I'm going up to Pyalba in a couple of weeks, up at Harvey Bay, to play in a tournament up there.
Yeah, an invitation tournament or just...
No, it's an open. I'm pretty sure it's just an open tournament.
Okay.
I think it's around $10,000 prize money, so I'm playing with a few of the
very
locals
good,
from up there.
Playing with the local boys from Pyalba,
so they've got a fairly good field going
well, of
up
course,
to the event.
their men are here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Playing. Oh, there's another good shot by...
Beautiful part of the world, Harvey Bay.
Yep.
Just near Fraser Island.
Yep. Well, anywhere in Queensland's a beautiful part of the world, from my point of view. Not too many places I've been to that I didn't want to go back to.
We've got Janine Brown watching from Urunga.
Yep.
Mark Edwards from Townsville, recently crowned North Queensland Bowler of the Year. Congratulations, Mark. Had a good year. He played in the North-South Challenge that we were at.
Well, that was
weekend.
That was interesting, wasn't it? All of that.
Yeah, it went really great event.
Yep. Well, it's an innovative thing, isn't it? And all of these things are anything to do with bowls. People are going to get all of our people are going to get interested, aren't they?
Yeah, we had players from all over Queensland playing in that event.
Of course.
It was a highly contested event, very good quality bowls.
We had two great men, the one I saw, two great men skipping against one another. It was you and Cole Kelly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember watching that one.
Yeah, Cole's still playing good bowls.
Oh, he's a character, isn't he?
We made the mistake of leaving one bowl in the head a few times, and he just plucked it out every time.
See you later.
Yeah, so he made us pay.
Out you go.
A very good bowler, a former Australian representative, and also an all-round good bloke, Cole Kelly.
He's been a terrific bowler for a long time. The event that we were at in Toowoomba, I think he's already won two of those champion-to-champion singles, and I think the first one was way back in 2005.
Yeah.
Or somewhere back there.
Been a good player for a long time.
Oh, he has. He's got longevity about him, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He won it the year I saw him play in 2013, I think, at Broadbeach, where he beat Johnny Walker in the final there.
Good shot there.
Yeah, lovely bowl, and the
Edna.
Marlin Coast lady is she got
Parks.
pretty excited about that.
Yeah, she's played a few good shots, Edna, hasn't she?
She has. She's well, they all have. They've all had their moments, Wiz, haven't they?
Yeah, it's not easy with the gusty breeze up and down. It's not consistent.
Yeah, the flags on the pole are all sort of standing fully out. Now,
Christine Baxter on the mat at the moment.
She's just
giving it a chance.
She's had perfect grass there. She's run through by about 4 feet or about.
Finished in a handy home. Yeah. It's the only bowl past the jack, apart from that one near the jack.
Sue McKenzie's watching, along with Deanne Diesel Robertson, two of my favourite ladies from Broadbeach. And we're just so happy to be able to bring it to you. The weather's staying kind to us, but Brett, the bushfires in the area, it's still very hazy.
Yeah, a bit of smoke. The wind's sort of not keeping it away, but
not entirely. But it's we'd be sort of a bit more hazier if there was no wind at all. I'm sure.
Oh, she got the legs here.
And she's just going to duck underneath.
Very good line.
Yes, indeed.
Not too far away. The wind just ducked her in under.
Yeah, she was just looking to try and take sufficient weight off to be better than her first one, and she did, but she took too much off.
Marion Selwood now on the mat for Marlin Coast. She's pushed it a little tight too.
Yeah, she has. See, now this sort of weight is the sort of weight she needed.
Yeah, perfect weight.
Yeah, it is, but she's just gone.
A lot of them are falling for the same trap, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
4 bowls there, all not far away from the weight-wise.
And it doesn't appear to be like a change direction kind of wind, does it? It seems to be fairly constant coming from the east.
As we see there, Christine Scott just having a chat to all her girls in the middle of the green there. Giving some words of advice.
Yeah. Well, that's always good too, Brett, isn't it? Because, certain suggestions can be made by the skip, but the teammates, these days. They all join together and, quite often make decisions as a group, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. I think at 15-1 down, I think she'd be just reassuring them, saying that there's plenty of time to go.
Yeah,
so,
girls. And
hang in there.
Yeah, just trying to G them up a bit in case they're getting a bit down.
Bit of aggression there from Maria.
Yeah. She's not bright to have a crack, is she, Brett?
No, she doesn't die wondering usually, Maria.
She's renowned for having... Well, she plays so many games with Esther Regan, doesn't she?
Yeah.
They're very, very good partners, they are, and Esther's a bit the same way.
They can be a lethal combination at times.
Yeah, there's a high five going on in the rink next door. The Marlin Coast lady has just drawn a shot.
On the run again. Overcorrected this time.
Yeah, she has. Yeah. Okay, so...
Not easy for Christine to add another. She's sort of got to contend with that short bowl, and then...
Well, I think at this
got
stage...
about a foot to draw.
She'd be happy enough to be holding one.
Yeah, well, they're going to double their score.
Yeah, whatever they've got. Now, look, she's come home. She's
having
coming
a go.
home with this. Have a look at this. She's just not quite going to reach.
Put it out on a safe line. So.
Yeah. There's only one to the Marlin Coast girls, and they're now down 15-2. And the overall board hasn't been updated for a little while, so we'll give you a call across the green.
So Marlin Coast scored one on the last end on the rink next door, which takes Marlin Coast to a lead of 9-4.
Marlin 9-4, yeah, and on the other rink it's Enoggera leading 10-4. So those two, as Brett alluded to before, those two rinks are virtually cancelling one another out, aren't they?
Yeah, so it's about 29-15 at the moment
in
overall.
terms of overall score. So the rink we're televising at this stage would appear to be the Crunch rink, with the overall margin probably pretty much the score of the game we're showing you. So here's Jeanette Ward coming down. She's got a nice
pretty good
starter. Yeah. Just drifted under, but
There'll be a lot of bowls outside that one.
Too right there will.
Judging by the last sort of so many ends.
Yeah, and she's only a foot short in weight there, looking at the line.
Bit longer length too. They've gone.
Yeah.
It's probably the longest end we've had so far this game.
Yeah. Here
Probably
comes,
about 2 metres off ditch to ditch.
Here comes Penny from the Enoggera Club. And she's nicely directed here as well.
Yeah, good starter.
She's just coming back in, and that will be the shot.
Yeah, good start from both leads and
Yep.
a change of length.
They're all persisting on this wider hand though, Brett. I find that somewhat unusual. I guess they feel happy enough out there.
Yeah, it's what you're confident with.
Yep, sure. I've always preferred to play a wider hand, let the bowl come back, as it's supposed to, rather than try and fight against the wind. You use it to your advantage. Now, Jeanette Ward has got another nice shot here. She's just going to come around behind a bit, and the grass line was pretty good. She's just about 6 feet or 5 feet over. So Penny,
She's only about 3.5 feet.
3.5, is it? Or disappeared out of screen.
Yeah, she's only 3.5
I
feet.
didn't quite.
Probably.
Johnny Newell's watching. Good morning, John. And Rhonda Holmes, I think we've mentioned a lot of other people that we've acknowledged previously, and welcome to you all. Okay, so we've got...
You've got Alan saying the temperature in Cressy, 10.7 and windy. He's thinking of taking his jumper off. I'll be looking for another one, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
mate. It was one of the reasons I migrated north so many years ago. Not that I've had much experience in Tasmania.
Well, I'm going to have a break, Gary. It's good to have a chat, and I'll welcome Brian back into the commentary.
More than welcome to come back any time, Wiz, and it's lovely to have you here.
Have a good day.
Yeah, good, mate. You too.
Well, Gary, how good was that, having Brett on board there for
Well, mate, He's a very knowledgeable man, Brett, and he's one of those blokes. Everybody loves him, and you can't help but like him, can you?
No, that's for sure, mate.
He's an absolute gentleman, and he's just so knowledgeable about the game and the different players and where they're from and the history of the game. And he's one of my favourites. I always loved watching him play, didn't you?
Yeah, mate, absolutely, mate.
And I still do.
Remember him watching him play as a young bloke, and very, very, very good player then, and he's matured into a wonderful, fine young man, and of course got a very young family and spends a lot of time with lawn bowls, mate. So, but while he was on air, gave me the opportunity to walk around and see all of the other teams, and mate, I tell you, there's some incredible bowls being played out here, considering the conditions.
You didn't get any scores for us, did you?
Gee whiz, no one said that.
Well, I thought you'd have done that naturally.
I was too busy.
Brian.
I was too busy shaking hands and talking to people.
You let all the viewers down, Brian.
Mate, we will get some scores.
They'll be crawling out of the screens here wanting to punch you, but not doing that.
Mate, gee, I knew I should have done something.
Well, I would have thought that was natural.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the telecast, and if you can get it out there and share it with as many people as you possibly can, would be absolutely marvellous. So let's get it out there.
So you can see, Brian, it's what we've been alluding to. The girls predominantly have elected to play on this wider hand.
Yes.
Now, that's their choice, and I'm not about to knock them. But there was a bowl that the previous bowl came down on the forehand, and I don't know if whether you witnessed it, but it held up for a long, long time.
Yep.
Now, this one looks to be a decent shot. If it doesn't
just
go
going to run through. Just going to run through the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
but
ran
now,
through.
here we go. There's the Marlin Coast lady is being directed to play on her forehand. And you can see, even from that, how much tighter it is.
Yes.
Now, see, the wind has just got that and pushed it further out.
Yes, really.
You wouldn't believe that, because she didn't have much more than 2 foot of grass, did she?
No, that's for sure. But the wind is starting to pick up a bit now, Gary. And I have been talking to a few of the locals while I was out there and about, and they reckon it's going to get a lot stronger this afternoon. So it's going to make this afternoon's game very, very interesting.
Oh, mate, blow a dog off a chain, mate.
It would
get
do.
Any stronger.
Absolutely, mate. And Tony Allen just made the comment to me. She said, God, I'm glad I'm not playing here this afternoon, Brian.
It's just like it's... earlier on it was blowy, but it wasn't sort of... as you said, it's starting to pick up a bit.
Well, it's a little bit inconsistent. It is said that the way it's starting to affect the bowl, you know what I mean? But having talked to a lot of the people that arrived yesterday on the coast, though, Gary, it's they're just saying, I'm glad it's not as bad as it was yesterday. So
it was pretty bad. But it was very hot too, wasn't it, yesterday? Didn't you find?
Very, very warm, my friend. But said even today, viewers, the amount of smoke in the air from these tragic bushfires that are happening at the moment, absolutely terrible down in northern New South Wales and around southeast Queensland. Like, we can't even see the sky here this morning, Gary, which is absolutely amazing, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, ordinarily we'd say it's a clear blue sky, but it's actually
a smoky
grey sky, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely amazing, isn't it? So,
what was the name of the hotel that gave all the firefighters a free drink and a free lunch? Or was it a bowling club?
No, it was Canunga Bowling Club. Who coordinated? They did a wonderful job. Like, Canunga's one of the smallest clubs on the Gold Coast, and their members took phone calls, and it was amazing to see the amount of restaurants and various businesses, Gary, that just missed the kitty.
Just missed that,
that donated various foods and
isn't that a wonderful? That's just
and those Canunga absolutely handed it out to all the various firefighting areas to make sure that everybody out there was well fed. So a really big thank you to go out to a small club like that who absolutely coordinated.
Well, I thought that was a sensational gesture, and they said, come in and have a free drink and a chicken schnitzel or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, all the firefighters.
Yeah,
how wonderful can that get?
Absolutely, a lot of people donated a lot of food over there, Gary, and did a great job, and I hope they're doing it again now, which I think they will be, but we see this out here. It's
see, this is going to hold out. That's exactly what happened.
The wind just got hold of that, didn't it?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened to the other lady's bowl. Yeah. Now, here we got Maria. She's playing that same hand.
A lot of experience, though, Maria, hasn't she? She's played in these conditions previously.
Yeah, and here she comes now. Even this might be doubtful about getting back. She's knocked her own bowl up, but I don't think it's made any difference.
No, she's still holding one
The
shot.
Enoggera ladies have got one which takes
shot.
them now to 16-2.
Yes. But when you look at the overall, Gary, it's only 6 shots in it. So,
the Marlin Coast girls must have come back a bit on those other 2 rinks, because before there was a difference. I still don't know that that's right, Brian. I think
they could be a bit behind, I think.
They're a bit behind on the main scoreboard.
Yeah.
But this afternoon, folks, if you'll still be tuned in, I'm kind of hoping you will be, we will have a men's match. But I think Robbie knows who it's going to be between, but I'm not privy to that information at the moment.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be between, if I can get to there, I can tell you, I think Fraser Coaster is going to be one of the teams, if I remember correctly.
Is that what you're telling me?
We'll
get confirmation. Against Jubilee, is it? Do you think?
Yes, I think it is. No, it's not Jubilee. They're in a different section. Fraser Coast, Pialba. Dolby and Pialba.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive about that.
Okay, so that's Pialba and Dolby, you reckon?
And Dolby.
Representing Condamine.
That's correct. I'm pretty sure that's the game. Well, it was the one, unless the match committee's changed it round.
Yeah, well, we got some well-known folks, and I'll give you those later.
Well, we'll talk about that in the next game as we see.
We've got some well-known bowlers representing those 2 districts.
Yes.
Ladies
we
and
see
gentlemen.
Penny just lost her first bowl there. It's on the banks. I'm not too sure, but a lovely bowl here from.
Wasn't watching that. Well, this is
Jeanette Ward. Beautiful bowl there by Jeanette.
She's played extremely well, hasn't she?
She's led up well, mate.
She's got the duck egg coloured bowls.
Yes. So we got Penny now on the
Penny Anderson.
Yes, of course. Wife of Jim Anderson.
That's Jimmy's wife, is it?
Jimmy's wife, yes. Watched a lot of bowls over the years.
Well, there's a nice shot that she got the. She just missed the jack.
Just missed the key. But look at the wind, Gary. The way it's blowing on Maria's top and dress there. You can see it's really starting to gust now and get up. So it's going to make life a little bit difficult for these players.
Well, it's not going to make it easier, is it?
No, that's for sure. As we see Jeanette playing her next bowl. I tell you what, she got this pretty well grassed.
She's coming home all right here.
Beautiful looking bowl here, mate.
Well, there's another lovely shot from Jeanette. She's done her bit so far, hasn't she, Brian?
She really has.
Those light blue coloured bowls.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. It's very trying conditions. I think it'll be a long time since the Marlin Coast ladies have had to play in conditions this windy, Gary.
Oh, okay.
And Brett said that they visit the Marlin Club up here while they were up there on their way to Thursday Island.
I think he did say that as well,
So that's great to see President Peter Williamson, Vice President Kerry Green, and of course CEO of Bowls Queensland, Brett Wilkie, go around visiting these clubs, mate.
Well,
really
that's
fantastic.
They'd all love that, wouldn't it? To meet people, have bloke like Brett Wilkie walk into your club, you'd be more than happy to say hello to him, wouldn't you?
Good bowl there, just
Edna Parks. That was. She's just.
Very good bowl. They're building their head nicely. They'll be holding 3 shots there, Gary, at the moment.
Yes, I would have 3.
They'll be holding 3 there.
So now Olivia Rothwell, she's going to have something to say about this, and she's gone out.
She's got it very well grasped, mate. As you see, starting to work home here. She's not going to be too far away. Look at this bowl here coming home beautifully. Look at that.
Yes.
Oh, Maria's happy.
Okay, Maria's happy with that. She said, I'm claiming that one. So that's a lovely bowl from Olivia.
It's mine.
And you got a feel for the girls from Marlin Coast holding 3 pretty good shots.
Edna's not going to be far away with this. Any movement on these front bowls, Gary, she's going to have shots.
But is she going to get back in time? Because that's that hand.
That's that hand.
That's that hand. Just pushing on
Brass line, absolutely spot on by the looks of that. Absolutely spot on.
Okay, so Christine, is it? Christine Baxter, I think it is, has just played.
Yes, it is.
She looks very handy here. She doesn't want to move the jack at all. No, she didn't.
No, she just missed it. So.
And Maria's indicated she's about 2 or 3, 2 foot 6 or something.
Something over. Yep. Marion Selwood on the mat here at the moment. Any movement on these front bowls, and once again, I think this wind's got up that bowl too, Gary.
Yeah.
very, very hard with that wind.
Well, she's got more grass than the greenkeeper's wheelbarrow. She does.
She has too,
But that's not necessarily her fault. She's out there and the wind kept her, dragging her out there.
No, that's for sure. So I hope the viewers are enjoying the telecast, and if you can share it out there, ladies and gentlemen, it'd be very much appreciated.
What's going on here? Wiz is working. He's got all this stuff going up behind us here. Okay, so there's once again Christine Baxter.
Can do a good home just there, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
so it's the Enoggera girls, from what we can see, are holding one shot.
Yep.
Clearly indicated by Maria Rigby.
Again, all they need is a little bit wide once again,
See
though.
what-
to go in
yeah,
with
once
this one.
again, Marion's
Just a little bit wide. She
she's
really
out
had
there
to
with
be.
the chooks. But it's just a bit difficult sometimes trying to convince yourself too, Brian, that you got to take a lot less grass than what you would normally with that breeze. Now, let's see what's happening. Can I have the binocs, please, Tone? Thank you.
See Maria playing her first bowl. I tell you what, she's got this pretty well pointed. Just going to be her weight's going to pull up a little bit, just trying to work into that breeze. So just pulled up. Beautiful line though on that one there by the looks of it. So
yeah,
beautiful line. I tell you what though, mate, it's wonderful. She's going to make contact. Well, she's probably probably have shot there out of that now,
well,
Gary.
it's very close, isn't it?
Must be very close.
And the overall score, from what I can gather, just check the boards, is 33-20.
Oh, okay then. So they have to add to that. So
Yeah, there's a few shots on the main board that haven't been put up for Enoggera at this stage.
Okay, see Maria. Oh, just going to pull up a bit short there. That wind really
She's got a
grabbed
little
that.
slip up the front one, but
Yeah,
she didn't quite have the weight, did she?
Didn't quite have the weight to get there. So
now the suggestion is that the Marlin Coast ladies might in fact hold the shot now.
I think they have by the looks of that bowl. And tell you what, this one here's going to be pretty close too. Oh,
She's going to
probably
get back?
No, just her weight, mate. Just
You're
her
going
weight.
early crow, mate. You haven't worked that wind out yet.
Yeah.
But that hand is decidedly tighter than the other one, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, isn't it? So it's one to the Marlin Coast there.
One of the Marlin girls, so that takes it to 33-21. And I'll give you the teams on the other side, and the rink alongside them, which is you can only see bits and pieces of.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure.
Nolene Dutton's rink.
Yeah, that's Knowlesy, but I'm not altogether sure the name of the lady from the Marlin Coast. Oh, yes, I can, because that'll be, where are we? That'll be Shirley Sampson skipping that rink.
Yes.
So in that particular rink next door, the score is, what is it, 10-7, is it?
10-7 to the Marlin Coast.
Marlin Coast ladies are leading now. The Marlin Coast team on that rink is Joan Carey, Judy Curtain, Trish Spicer, and Shirley Sampson. So they're at the moment 10. And the ladies against them is Amy Evans, Eileen Swanson, Emma Spicer, and Nolene Dutton.
Yes, ever so true. And the beauty about that there, Gary, we have a mother and daughter playing against each other there. We definitely have a mother.
We've already mentioned that.
And that's once again on that. You see an absolute beautiful start there once again from Jeanette Ward. She's sitting just in behind the kitty. We see Penny Anderson now replying with her bowl. I think she could be just a little bit long by the looks of it. The grass line there girls are starting to work it out now.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Yeah, on the other rink, it's 10-8, I think, Brian.
It is 10 to Enoggera and 8 to Marlin Coast.
And the ladies' team for Enoggera, Isabella Lawson, Pauline Laverty, Faye Clark and Lee Fortington.
Yes.
And they are up against Jan Bowman, Linda McCarthy, Jill Kefford and Bev Druitt. I think I know a few of those ladies because we met them, of course, at Toowoomba. I think that Jill Kefford was there.
Yes.
For sure.
As we see 2 good bowls there from Jeanette Ward. Once again, Gary, sitting in just behind the kitty. And very, very useful. And you see Penny Anderson coming down here now. She's got this very, very,
she's
very
got
well.
She's got
great bowl.
Yeah.
Great bowl there by Penny. So she's trialled it back to her first bowl. So the score update now is Enoggera 34, Marlin Coast 21. That's the up-to-date score.
Now,
and that was done by daughter of Julie.
Oh, okay.
Daughter of Julie, Tony Allen.
She's all over it, Brian.
She's all over it, mate.
She's nearly. Well, I'll tell you what. There's a toss-up as to whether she knows is better than Robbie.
Oh, I don't think there's any much of a toss-up anymore, mate. I think she's well advanced.
There's going to be another punch up here behind the commentary desk. We go with that.
Mate, imagine if Tony was on full time, the amount of money we'd save on meat pies.
Oh, well, there's no question about that.
We save a fortune on meat pies.
Yeah, but actually, I'll tell you, Robbie'd be pretty happy because the Tweedhead Bowls Club are renowned for having damn good pies.
They certainly have, mate. Don't worry, he's been in there drooling over.
I know. I'm thinking I might have to have one myself.
Nice try there. Nice try there by Olivia. Just missed sitting Penny's back bowl. Make it 2. So as we see now, Edna Parks playing for him. I think she's a little bit underdone grass line here, Gary, by the looks of it. Weight control is not too bad.
She's gone on to that. Yeah, she is a bit under, but
weight control is pretty good there, mate. Just a grass line.
It's pretty hard to pick it on that hand there.
Well, that wind's really gusting now, Gary. It's it really is gusting, mate. So it's not much you can really do about it. You can just pick your line and hope for the best, mate. You know what I mean? We see a nice.
Yeah, we'll see. She's just not going to get back enough.
No, not quite.
Just we've given you some previous winners of this prestigious event, ladies and gentlemen, and I think we got to 2009 where Mackay Suburban Ladies had notched up their 3rd victory. In 2010 was Cleveland. 2011 was Mooloolaba. 2012 was Helensvale Girls, and then 2013 was Ferny Grove. So there's some interesting stats for you.
That's for sure. I see a lovely bowl there by Marion Sherwood. Her first bowl, Jack High.
Yep.
Looks as though it could be shot.
I think that shot.
Yeah, and there's been some great previous winners, and we have an update, Gary. We'll go around the grounds here.
Yep, go for it.
We've got ladies, Bagara 30, the Albert 12 on 24 ends. We've got Algester 24, North Mackay 20.
26, is it?
26. 24, 26 on 27 ends. And in the men's, we've got Swifts 28, Jubilee 32 on 34 ends. Tweed Heads 37, Emerald 26 on 33 ends. Dolby 12, Enoggera 37 on 19 ends. And Pyalba 40.
25.
25 to
40 Boyd
Tanham on 26 ends. So that's Boyd Tanham 25, Pyalba 40. So there's an update around the grounds.
Well, it was a lovely bowl whilst you were doing that, Brian. I didn't want to interrupt you. There's a beautiful bowl played by the Marlin Coast lady, and she's got a touch on the jack. She's trailed it through a wee bit, but I'm still not entirely certain that she's shot.
Tell you what, it's not a bad looking bowl here.
Here comes something. Oh, well, no. See now.
It's locked in there
now,
Barry.
Well, that's a damn good shot, but
it just didn't get the result.
No, I think
played it very well though, mate.
She did, but I think that the Marlin girls are still holding here, aren't they?
It looks that way, Gary. I think they got one by the looks of it. Then Penny Anderson's white bowl there.
Well, unless I got it round the other way.
No, I'm pretty sure that's that was Marion Sherwood's bowl there, that colour bowl, mate. So we've got the managers are just updating the master scoreboard at the moment.
Yep.
I don't think Tony Allen's going to have too much to eat. She's been chewing on her nails here all morning, mate. So
We'll have to come and fix this time. We're off the air again. This thing's a bugbear. It's not important. Well, it is.
So the managers have got the score up to what Tony's already got it up to. It's 33-23. So
I've got to make sure I don't touch this thing. I don't know why it keeps on. Barbara Green, good morning. Gary and Cohen, looks windy in your neck of the woods. It's cool in Sydney bushfires, but yes, we know
what
that.
A great bowl here by Maria. Oh, Maria just went through that bowl, between the bowl and the kitty. Hey, Barbara, how are you this morning? I've got your favourite friend sitting beside me this morning.
Well, poor old Barb, she's wishing us well, and she certainly wants to wish all the firefighters and the poor people involved in the bushfires.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Barbara. Wonderful thoughts.
I mean, we're getting bushfires in November. What's it going to be like when it gets hot?
Yeah, that's for sure, mate. That's for sure. We see Maria having another look at this. She's not going to be too far away once again.
You'd swear blindness is tight, but it's actually not.
Gee, we nearly got a result from there too.
Yeah.
Let's come close to getting a result. So it's one more to the Marlin coast. So
now Faith Geismer, I think, is barring for the Marlin coast.
Good on you, Faith. Good to hear.
Sue Hamilton from Port Fairy.
G'day, Sue.
Port Fairy. Gee whiz, that's a hell of a long way away, isn't it?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now, Jane Collin, our beautiful lady friend, she's watching from Emu Park. We know where that is now.
Yes,
she's
certainly
got the rest of the day to. Well, Ray Donnelt is there.
G'day, Ray.
From McLaren Vale. And Jade Granter-Wiggins there. They're all over the place.
Hey, Jodo. Good to have you all on board, ladies and gentlemen.
It sure is. And now what's happened? The Marlin Coast girls have got another shot. And they go to 33. They're still behind, 33-23, but it's still a long way to go, Brian. They're not out of it, are they?
I reckon, I tell you what, I'm very impressed with this Jeanette Ward, the way she's led up. And as I've said that, she's probably played the worst bowl she's played the whole game.
Yeah, I think you put the moz on her.
But always do, mate, you know. So, no, she's really led up very, very well.
She's mozzed her.
Even though I must admit, Penny's led very well too. Penny Anderson. They've had a good tussle, these two up front.
She's got a nice shot here. I think she's going to be running through a wee bit, although...
Look at the wind grab that bowl,
Maria Rigby's giving her the...
Look at the wind grab that bowl, mate. Just absolutely just grabbed it. As we see Jeanette just trying to change her weight. Grass line was pretty good. Oh, I think she could be a little bit under. Oh, no, this is the wide hand there, so it should really start.
Well, you can. You get punished if you don't go out far enough there, don't you?
Well, look at the weight. It's absolutely perfect there. You're absolutely perfect, mate. So anyway, we see Penny just got to correct her weight. Her grass was spot on, that's for sure.
Yeah. You got to correct both of them, though, really, haven't you?
Yep. See, and
she hasn't got the same amount of weight here, has she?
She's played this very well, mate.
Yeah,
There's going to be a lot of bowls outside that, that's for sure.
She's still a 3 foot past again.
That's the shot. So really, once again, too, a big thank you to Bowls Queensland and to Tweed Heads Bowls Club. And would also like to thank the Bowls Queensland Match Committee and the greenkeepers, the umpires and the bar staff, everyone for putting in this tireless effort for this great weekend. A big thank you to them all. Thank you. So we see a very good try there. Just missed sitting out
we'll see. That's
the shot bowl.
That's on that bunny hand. You've just got to get it through your head, haven't you?
Edna Parks, she wasn't too far away from that though, Gary. She played pretty well.
But just holding out there on that.
Just holding out slightly.
On that typical hand.
Yes, no, hold just...
now, you'll see this bowl, when you'd normally start to think, well, it's coming back because the weight's not too bad, but it's actually gone further out.
Well, that's that breeze, mate. It's just getting a little bit stronger.
It's got to make you feel uncomfortable when you're on the mat, Brian, because you're looking down the green and you're saying to yourself, well, I know I've got to play a tighter line here, but I'm not real happy about having to do it.
Well, I mean, you know how seriously I take my bowls, Gary, and I really do love my bowls, but, mate, this wind would drive me to drink.
Yeah, well, I think it'll happen eventually, sooner or later today.
this wind would drive me to drink, mate.
You can see the way that the lady, the Marlin Coast lady there, Christine Scott, she was hanging onto her hat there.
Yes.
And she's still got a hold of it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So this wind is certainly not getting any less, is it?
Tell you what, got a lovely bowl coming in here, though.
Yeah.
Beautiful bowl there.
Yeah, well, that's a great shot from Olivia, is it?
No, that was Christine Baxter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've lost count of the number of bowls that have come down.
No, beg your pardon, it was Olivia by the looks of that. You're 100% correct there, my friend. And
I thought I was. I might.
Jeez, I hate it when you're right, too. You know that.
Yeah, well, that's me missus keeps telling us that, too.
Yeah.
There's a bit of cheering going on down here. The Marlin Coast girls have gone off their nut. And it's on the ring over, so we can't quite see what's happened there.
So now we have Christine Baxter on the mat now, so.
Right.
Christine about to play her
Christine,
first bowl.
She's persisting on the forehand.
Well, a lot of times, Gary, I mean, having played a bit of bowls over the years, on a day like today, I'd always prefer to play the wide hand, mate.
Look, I just got through saying that to Wizard when he was here before.
Yep.
I believe if you get your head around the wider hand, it's so much easier to comprehend because now the Marlin Coast girls have gone burlesque here.
But now the Enoggera girls have gone off.
They've gone off too.
Godfather.
There's something happening down there. I always believed it's a more natural sort of thing, isn't it, to see your bowl out and about and coming back towards the head where it's supposed to, rather than have to try and fight through a wind where it's continually holding you out.
Oh, that's for sure.
Well, you and I agreed on something there.
We have.
Yeah, Christine's got another nice bowl here.
I tell you, she's played this very well,
Yeah,
mate.
how's her weight? It looks pretty damn good, mate. She's dropped in behind. And
the shot.
I think Maria's... Yeah, she's pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, looks that way.
Might only be one, but it's one that the opposition haven't got.
It was so true. Oh, my Godfather, look out.
What's happened?
Someone's got a camera on us, Gary. Hey, this is a children's show. You shouldn't be showing people like this day of the morning.
No, we don't. Howdy, folks. Well, I don't know where the angle's coming from, but we're all very glad to be here, that's for sure.
Look, he's put the camera up there to scare us. Now, this is supposed to be a children's show.
Well,
and mate, this is scary. The children will be turning off in droves here, Gary.
Now, this is what you call it.
Nice bowl.
Oh, here's a good shot.
Yes,
now, that's a very good shot by Christine Scott.
Christine is a beautiful bowl there.
Yeah,
by
and she might have made more than one there too.
Well, I think she'd probably be holding two shots there by the looks of that, Gary. I think that blue one would be inside the white one by the looks of it. But with Maria having a couple of bowls, you would never ride off Maria Rigby.
No, you would not. And have a look at this.
Maria's played this very, very well.
She's coming home like an unwanted mother-in-law. Have a look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
You got that
and
right.
The hats come off.
And the girls are going berserk out there.
And that's the quality of the lady that we've spoken about before.
Well, absolutely.
I mean, they're all great bowlers, let's make no mistake, but Maria's probably more of a profile.
See, Christine going to try and play with weight here, but I don't think she's wide enough with that one.
No.
Playing the wide hand, but the weight perfect for what she was after, Gary. Absolutely perfect.
Yep, she's done a damn good job. She just didn't quite have enough grass, did she?
So it didn't take Maria long to play the second one.
No, she couldn't get. She couldn't get
on
down
the
there quick enough,
mate.
Now look what she's done here. I wouldn't mind betting she's repeated the dose. Oh no, Christine Baxter was riding her bike there to try and get it to reach the head.
Yeah, one by the looks.
Never helps, does it?
As
soon as you start the bike ride thing, you know you're not up.
Ever so true. But anyway, it's great to see a beautiful bowl there by Maria Rigby. It showed her years of experience playing that bowl, that's for sure, with handling the windy conditions.
And Barbara Green said she recognised your voice, Brian. She's glad to have you back.
It's a pleasure, Barbara.
And she said you two bounce off one another very well. Well, we did. We met one another in the hallway.
We did bounce off.
Bingo. We bounced off one and both spilled our coffee, didn't we?
We certainly did, mate.
They wanted to charge us dry cleaning.
Oh, come off it. Take us out the back and hose us down, we said, didn't we?
Bounced off one another, all right. Charmaine Sleeman, good afternoon. What is it, afternoon? No,
Charmaine, come on.
Well, it depends where you are.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know where she is. She's up in Mackay.
Susie McKenzie said hello again. Now, the Broadbeach ladies are out rolling up here.
Yes, they are.
They're just obviously entitled to do that.
Yep, they have a bye this morning.
Yeah, they did, which is unfortunate for the draw. And
we see Penny Anderson there to weight control, absolutely beautiful, Gary. Just her grass line there, just out slightly. But it's a shame that we had that bye, but unfortunately that happens.
I think that, and someone mentioned it to me, it wasn't because one team decided not to come here, but the Condamine district don't have a Division 1 for the ladies.
That's the understanding that I have, which is unfortunate. It's something that we'll try and have to rectify for next year. But see, there's a lot of districts, though, Gary. We're in the country region, unfortunately. A lot of them, particularly up north and that, have been very strong bowls club and had wonderful amounts of members over the years. But and then the mining companies have decided to fly in, fly out, mate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, unfortunately, it really has knocked quite a few clubs around. With the way companies have changed their operational
they just don't have the quality of players to...
No.
I would have thought, though, irrespective of how the quality of the ladies, that they would have been able to get together a Division 1 side, because you might not be able to be regarded as a top Division 1 team with the bowlers you've got, but if the best you've got... Well, surely they can get together.
Something I know that the Bowls Queensland Match Committee are working on for next year, mate. And hopefully they'll come up with a
solution.
With a solution for us. So with any luck. So we've just got Tony just trying to work out things here, and got all this control and all this power in her hands, mate. She can go from camera to camera to camera.
Yes, she can. She's a very talented lady.
She certainly is.
As
long as she doesn't put the one up of you and me together, mate.
That's an invasion of bloody privacy, isn't it? Not allowed to do that unless you get approval. I won't be giving her approval. I'm a bit worried I'm going to break the camera.
As you can see, the Bowls Queensland flag up there, and we're sitting just up behind that, ladies and gentlemen, so that's where we are.
Blake said to me once, he said, Tomo, you're not playing much bowls lately. And I said, no, mate. I said, I'm happy enough to do what I'm doing. He said, have you ever thought about taking up croquet?
Croquet?
And I said, croquet? I said, no way. He said, well, you'd save a bit of money on equipment.
Well, you would too, wouldn't
you? He said, you already got a head like a mallet. I said, that wasn't very nice, was it?
I don't think I could play that game because you've got such a big hammer and they haven't knocked those hoops all the way in the ground yet.
Oh, mate. Well, that's right.
First thing you'd have to do is knock them into the ground.
You would have thought so. They're like tent pegs, aren't they?
They are. As I'm just stopping the children from chewing their nails.
Yeah.
Dear, don't worry. Julie will know who I'm talking about.
Richard Burt's come on and he said, great watching some bowls. We're washed out in Ballarat.
Yes, it has been raining. I think it was snowing down there. Is that correct? I heard it was snowing down in Victoria.
It doesn't take much to snow in Ballarat. It snows there in the middle of summer.
Yes.
It's second coldest place in Victoria.
Well...
Portland was the worst.
Is that right?
Whoa.
I've only ever been to Victoria once, Gary.
Whoa. I lived there for 33 years.
Oh, no, I've only ever been there once, mate.
Actually, Melbourne, I believe Melbourne's the nicest city we have in Australia, but it's just too far south.
Well, it is.
If they picked Melbourne up and shifted it to where Brisbane is, nobody'd ever leave.
Well, that's true too, mate. See a lovely bowl here, that's for sure.
Yep, and that's our lady. They're both called Christine, aren't they? No, that's Marion, is it?
Yeah, Marion.
Yeah, that's Marion.
See, I'm the only person, Gary, that lives in Queensland that appreciates New South Wales. And I really do appreciate New South Wales.
Do you?
Yes, because it separates us from Victoria.
Well, the last person leaving Victoria, please turn out the lights.
You're on.
That's what they used to say.
See a lovely looking bowl here coming in here from the Enoggera. Just going to slip around the back. Oh, yeah, no, that'd be shot. That's a beautiful shot there.
See, what's that I can smell cooking? Is that onions, is it?
Tell you what, there's something smelling all right there. Oh. No wonder Tony's chewing her nails here. I'm telling you, smelling this coming out the door.
Oh, no.
Hey?
They shouldn't be allowed to do that, should they?
No.
You're sitting there trying to broadcast a game of bowls and all you can smell is fried onions.
Onions. And I think it's probably have a bit of beer over the top of it by the smell of it too.
Yeah.
Rather that or it's 13 herbs and spices put over the onions. One of the two.
It's going to put you off, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Here comes Christine Baxter.
She's played a beautiful first bowl. So how good's the memory? She's got a bit of a gap there to come through there. She's playing her back
get underneath that other wing bowl. She'd be more than happy. She's just taking her time because the wind is sort of starting to bluster around even a bit more.
She's got a good grass line on this one though, Gary. She's
not going to be tight, is she?
No, it's weight control here.
Here she comes.
Bowl starting to work now.
And Maria's got the seal going here. Yes, she loves it. Now the hats come off.
My Godfather. It's a bit of everything.
Oh, look, it's just... well,
it's a bit of everything.
That's great bowls because nobody's been able to do that all day. Play 2 crackers on that
Two crackers
same hand.
That's for sure.
Now, here comes Marion. I think she's skinny as a chook's face here, isn't she? Yeah, she's going to bang into the bowls in the front there somewhere.
Just gonna miss it. Grass line just a little bit underdone, but that's also the difference too, though, mate.
Yeah.
Just with the change of wind and that too. So we see Maria looking pretty happy, and Christine trying to decide what she's going to play because she really hasn't got much of a shot on her forehand there, really, Gary, with those front bowls. So I can't see.
No, you wouldn't think
her
she'd
bowl
get
would
back
come
in
back.
time.
Her bowl wouldn't come back in time there, mate.
I don't think so.
Anyway, we'll see what she plays. She's had a good look at it, so looks a little bit different from when you're down this end. So the girls have a bit of a look.
Yeah, Maria's come out on the backhand again, and what's she done?
Tell you what, she's got a good grass line, mate. Just depending upon her weight.
She might be a fraction wide, is she?
Yeah, just a tad wide, mate. But come to a very good home just there anyway. Really good home there. Just in case Christine attacks it, she's put one in behind the kitty. So
I'll just having a look at the game on the next rink. The Marlin Coast girls are 13. They're leading Enoggera 6. Now that's an important situation there because they're not sort of clearing right away, but they're hanging on.
They certainly are.
And they've got a damn good lead at the moment, which
Maria's corrected beautifully here, though.
Yep.
Absolutely. With magnificent bowl here
have
by
a look at
Maria
that.
Rigby. That's a beautiful
well,
bowl
that's
by
got to
Maria.
be 3 now, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You think so?
The poor old girls from Marlin, this one's got...
I think it's too wide, mate.
She's got more wobbles than a bloody supermarket trolley wheel on that one. It's the one I always get, don't you?
No, I don't do shopping. I'm not allowed to.
Well, the wobbly wheel on a trolley in the supermarket is something I absolutely hate.
Yeah, no, I'm not allowed to do shopping. Apparently, I spend too much money when I go shopping.
Well, I've been guilty of that too.
Yeah,
I come home here with about $100 worth of stuff that the wife didn't know about.
Yes, that's what I do too. I buy all these specials that the wife apparently had 100 of them already in the cupboard.
It's all stuff I like that she doesn't.
That's what.
And that's why she won't buy them for me.
Well, see, I'm pretty fortunate where my wife doesn't drink, and the only shopping I do is in Dan Murphy's.
Yeah, well, you're in stripe when you need a trolley at Dan Murphy's.
But I always end up exactly what you said, mate, with the wobbly
wheel.
Well, it is by the time I leave there.
Yeah, you know damn well. You go to Dan Murphy's and the bloke says, "What are you looking for?" He said, "I need a trolley." He said, "You need medical help if you want a trolley."
Yeah, mate, I'm in trouble.
Oh, dear. Now, look, this game, ladies and gentlemen, this match between these two teams, don't you go leaving your TV set because this is not over.
No, it's pretty close.
The rink we're watching is the one that's becoming a bit of a blowout, but the other two,
very, very close.
They're sort of really not that far apart, and the girls in the middle rink have got a 7-shot lead. So some of this lead is being eaten into.
Yeah, no, it's been.
It still looks to be 11 shots, 38-27 in favour of Enoggera, but. Yeah. You know as well as I do, Brian.
Good looking bowl here by Penny Anderson, though, just depending upon her weight.
You know as well as I do that the momentum can swing very quickly in bowls.
All you need is one end, really.
Well, you do. I mean, the girls from Marlin Coast just need to say, okay, we'll pick up 3, 3 and 3 on the 3 different rinks. And before you know, I was only 2 the difference.
That's true.
How often does that happen?
That's ever so true. Oh, just not enough grass there. Unfortunate there. She's led up so well today too as Jeanette Ward. She's really played some great bowls, but just struggled a little bit this end, which is anyway. She's played very well throughout the game so far.
Susie McKenzie's had a crack at me. She said, "Geez, I reckon women can talk."
Oh, come on, Susie. It's just Gary and I just having a nice conversation with each other.
And Sue Carter says, "I totally agree." Right, well, you two, you're both called Susan, so there's got to be some ganging up on me.
You'll be ganging up on you,
I'm
mate.
cutting you out of my Christmas card list, smacker, I'll tell you now. You're gone. What was that there?
The trolley's definitely wobbly when I leave Dan Murphy's, I can tell you that right now.
Well, I tell you what, if you got a few old mates that you haven't seen for a while, you can if you just go out, you'll either meet them in the waiting room of the doctor's surgery or at Dan Murphy's, won't you?
One of the two, mate.
You right.
Amazing how most of my friends shop at Dan Murphy's. I'll tell you right now.
Well.
So anyway, we have an update coming up soon with going around the ground for you. This new initiative by Robbie Allen, our technical advisor. Very technical the way he does the around the grounds.
Mate, he's
a beautiful bowl.
He's untouchable, isn't he?
He is.
Oh, it's a lovely shot too from...
like most people would have modern technology when you go around the four greens here, but what he does, ladies and gentlemen, he gives one of the 83-year-old directors from the Gold Coast Tweed District Bowling Association a pen and paper and tells them to go and write down the scores.
Yep. Well, that's what we need. We can't leave where we are, so...
Yes.
And we have the binoculars and the cameras aren't good enough to reach, 100 metres down the road.
So, great try there.
A lovely shot there from Christine Baxter.
Yeah, very good second shot there, Gary, that's for sure. Very good second shot.
So they are one down. The Marlin Coast Girls are holding.
Yep. So we've got...
Marion Selwood has gone out on her forehand. Well, I just don't know whether she's got enough weight to get up there, has she? Unless she gets a mat. No, she didn't. Thought she might get a clip off something there. I mean, Brian, we don't necessarily have to talk too much about the bowls, although we do, of course, because everyone watching can see it. Can see exactly what's going on. Jane Conlon has been leaving us for a short while. Jane, we'll be back later. Chloe, are you going to come in and say something?
Later on.
Oh, not now?
No, not now. She's scared of you.
Well, I'm ready to go now.
No, she said, I'm scared of him. So I said, you come in later,
Oh,
Chloe.
there's nothing to be scared about me. I'm harmless, Cloris.
So here we have the update from around the grounds. Okay, we have Bagara 44, the Albert 24 on 36 ends. We have Algester 26, North Mackay 42 on 36 ends. That's in the ladies. And, of course, you know the score here is the score is closing in a little bit there, Gary, by the looks of things.
Yeah, well, they're not going away, are they, the Marlin girls? And Enoggera are leading it, as you can see, 38-27.
That's it. And then now in the gents, ladies and gentlemen, we have Swifts 31, Jubilee 38 on 40 ends. We have Tweed Heads 54, Emerald 26 on 41 ends. We have Dolby 21 and Enoggera 50 on 31 ends. And we have Pyalba 47.
Boyne Tanham
27 on 31 ends. So, some good games out there, Gary. So,
well, you wouldn't say that any game is over. I mean, what have they played? 41 ends. Some have only played 31.
That's correct.
So they're only halfway
ends,
through.
63 ends, mate. So.
It seems the Tweed boys have played 41 ends, and the Swifts and Jubilee have played 40. So there must have been a bit of ends being killed in the other two games, you'd think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's for sure. Anyway, we have our main technical advisor back on the helm at the moment. We've got Mr. Robbie Allen on board, so great to have Robbie here. So I just he's got the earphones on now. Look at him, he's all ready to go.
Yep. He's back. We haven't seen much of him this morning, Robbie, have we?
He's been busy, mate. He's been running around doing stuff. He's doing bossy stuff where you and I just have to do talky stuff, so that's the difference. Hey? So he does all the bossy stuff, Gary.
He's been as busy as a one-armed paper hanger, hasn't he?
He has been. He certainly has been.
We haven't seen too much of him. He's been here, there, and everywhere.
Oh, there's 4 greens.
Oh, look at our umbrella's gone again, Robbie.
Yes, it's gone over again. It went over again.
Bugger. Where's Tony?
She's just got herself a drink and
See the umbrella lady?
Yep, she's the umbrella lady. So we see Penny Anderson just rolling the kitty.
Yeah, Robbie's up and running in the cup. He's going to fix the brolly. It's gone skyward. You get the hold of it. Last time he looked like Mary Poppins, didn't he? Nearly took off.
Nearly took off, mate.
Yeah, well, okay, so here
Penny
we are.
Anderson, she's thrown pretty much a full-length end here, which really should sort out these players here,
Well, it all depends.
Gary. Tell you what, she's got this probably a little bit too well grasped, but her weight control is absolutely
Yeah, she's got lovely weight.
Absolutely
She came to the line, so that's that wider hand.
Yep, no, that's for sure.
So they're all cheering. I tell you what, there must be a lot of spectators who've come down to cheer on the Marlin coast because there's quite a bit of yelling and shouting going on in their camp. And I imagine on the other green down there there'll be a massive crowd of Tweed Heads members who'll be watching their men.
Yep.
Because they're very, very parochial bunch, the Tweed Heads people, aren't they?
They are.
We went to Brisbane. You'll recall they had 3 busloads of people.
They did.
That went up to
watch
see
play.
the zone playoff, wasn't it?
Yes. Kerry Cattell says she's watching from Hong Kong, Gary.
Oh, good on you, Kez.
And this is an unusual one. Justin Graham, you guys have me in stitches.
Well, we apologise about that, but most stitches you get these days, they're dissolvable, aren't they?
So, Justin, don't worry, because Justin's one of the members of the Canungra Bowls Club. Mate.
Oh, is he? We've already given your club a bit of a rap, Justin.
We've given Canungra a bit of a rap this morning,
We
mate.
did. And I believe your club was the one who put on the free lunch for all the fire brigade people. Yeah, and a free drink was a wonderful gesture.
So we see good shot there by Penny Anderson, holding one.
She's won and a decent look. I think it's only one.
Yep.
But she played exactly the same weight, didn't she, Brian? And
certainly
she corrected
did.
her grasp.
Weight was absolutely perfect with both bowls.
So here's
But I think she's got an unfair advantage because she's watched a lot of bowls over the years.
Here's young Olivia. Well, she's gone well underneath there.
I thought this length that they're throwing, though, Gary, would probably
going to catch them out.
Would probably catch a few of them out, mate. So
okay, so Edna Parks has stepped up to the podium.
Yep.
And she's she's travelling here. Looks as though she's got parts of her.
She's chasing the kitty, I assume. I tell you, she's not far away. She's got it too.
Wow! Now she's managed to get the shot.
I'd say she's probably got the shot. It's a shame she didn't get that fat in the belly. Otherwise, it would have gone in the ditch. Yeah, that's for sure. So
okay. So where's Olivia coming again? She'll be looking to improve on her first bowl because she ended up well short. Now this she's gone out very wide with this.
Probably got a pretty reasonable line with that, in actual fact, just depending upon her weight. But
I think she's too wide.
Yeah, way too wide.
Hasn't come back into the picture yet.
Yeah, that's true. We need a wider lens camera, you're telling me.
No, we do. Yeah, on that one, we do. Now, here comes... is this Edna back on the...
She's played this with reasonable weight once again too, has it? It's holding up pretty well too.
Well, she's already drained her first one, and I'm tipping she might do the same thing with this.
Oh, yeah.
But remember, her first one did touch the jack, but I think that I've got an idea that...
well, I don't like it when you get ideas. What's happening here?
Well, nothing really.
Even Robbie's looked then when you said you've got an idea.
Got an idea. Well, I don't have too many ideas. I do what my wife tells me. Well, there's another one that's gone.
Look, yeah, she nearly got shot out of that.
Via the Cape.
Hey.
Yep. But it's certainly not cold, Brian, is it?
It's quite pleasant,
rather
Gary.
humid.
If it wasn't for the wind, you'd classify it as a beautiful day for bowls, mate.
Of course you would.
But,
well, any day's a beautiful day for bowls, and I don't like the alternative.
Well, that's true too, mate.
Now, is this one going to reach?
Just going to pull up,
I think it will.
Just going to pull up.
Run out of gas.
Beautiful line there for what she was after, that's for sure, Gary.
Okay.
So, of course, that was Marion Sherwood who played that, and now we have Christine Baxter on the mat now.
Yeah. Russell Hindle's watching Luke Day.
Hey, Russell. Go, Loogie.
Go the Ospreys. Russell's in New Zealand.
Yes, he is. He's one of our hard-working directors of the Gold Coast Tweed District Bowling Association. The beautiful bowl here. Got that as clean as a whistle. That's 3 shots. That's a great bowl there from Christine Baxter. She played that with magnificent weight there.
Yep.
Well, yeah, maybe. Well, it's definitely 2 anyway.
Maybe
2, a measure.
You'd think it'd be 2.
2, maybe a measure for 3. But as we see Marion playing her bowl, I think she could be a bit wide. This isn't going to come back from there. Not going to come back.
No, that's out with the chooks, isn't it? Well, anyway, you can't help that. I mean, that's that difficult hand.
It definitely is, mate.
And she's looking to come up underneath that short one.
But
so on the main board, it appears to be, and we're about to update folks, so don't go away, but 38-27 to Enoggera after 39 ends. So they're a little way past halfway.
Yep. Definitely under the conditions, though, Gary, we're seeing some pretty good bowls.
Well, we are, and I mean, you know as well as I do, Brian, and I've said it before, one of the most difficult conditions to try and cope with on a bowling green is the wind.
Yes, ever so true.
You can, being a game of such precision,
yep,
where it millimetres count.
Ever so true.
You can cop a bit of rain.
Yep.
You can cop a bit of cold.
Yes.
You can allow for past of slower greens as you have to adjust yourself, but it's the worst condition is when it's windy.
Oh, it's ever so true. So Mary's going to get a slide.
Well, there's a nice bowl.
Maria Rib. She's changed the head.
Yeah, well, she has.
She's changed the head around, Gary, which I do think at this level that's something you've got to do regularly, mate.
Well, I don't know whether she was looking for that because.
Well, she's definitely got 3 shots now. Anyway.
Oh, you'd think so.
Definitely got 3 shots now, mate. So.
Yeah, this one's going under.
Yeah, just wasn't far away, Gary. That's for sure. It was a damn good try by Christine.
But it's getting a bit spooky, isn't it, for these girls now? Maria's having another game. Well, she's gone so wide.
Tell you what, she's played.
And her weight, well, she won't come back until next week.
She's after this
She's got the blue one. She's got it.
She got it. Oh, she's the Enoggera girls are going off here, mate.
I didn't think she was going to get back in time.
Yeah, she played that very, very well.
Okay, so there might be. What's Christine done here? She's going to run underneath.
Jane, I can tell you, the other 2 rink scores. Nolene Dutton's rink. Nolene's behind 13-7, and on the other rink it's 12 to Enoggera and 10 to Marlin Coast. So. That's the latest till they change the boards.
And our Enoggera ladies on this televised room just picked up another 3, so that's getting a bit spooky now.
Yes, it would be 27-4, Gary, if I remember correctly. Yep. So I think they'd be sneaking away with it now, that's for sure. So that's the Enoggera girls over the Marlin Coast, but the other 2 rinks are very, very close.
Yeah, there's not much in the other 2, but I'm just not sure that they're going to be able to pick up enough shots on the other 2 rinks to overcome the deficit on the rink we're televising.
No, that's for sure. And you've got to take your hat off to the experience of Maria Rigby, the way she's controlled this rink, mate, haven't you?
Well, she's a very well-known lady bowler throughout Queensland. And
absolutely.
Her and Esther Regan have been teaming up for years, haven't they? And
it's been a great combination.
They've won a hell of a lot of stuff.
No, that's for sure, Gary. And it's just take your hat off to the experience of Maria, the way she's... as you see, Penny Anderson again starting off very, very well. Got a lovely way to bowl there.
Shot there from Penny.
So she's played that very, very well.
Yeah, and she's Jamie's wife, I believe.
Jamie's wife, that's correct.
Yeah.
So she's seen a lot of bowls over the years.
Got a husband and wife team representing their club again, as we've mentioned before.
I just can't wait to the day that Robbie Allen teams up with his lovely daughter Tony Allen, mate.
Yeah,
We'll see them too on the bowling green.
Well,
you know?
that's going to brighten you,
He does play with his granddaughter, Sophie,
I know.
quite a bit. So
I
she's
know.
a very accomplished player too, so, you know.
Now, just
That's the beauty about my son. He said he doesn't play with hacks with me anymore.
well, just getting back to some of the previous winners of this prestigious event, we got down to 2013. So in 2014, the event was won by Kawana Ladies.
Kawana Ladies, yes.
In 2015, it was won by Broadbeach.
Broadbeach.
And that was the first time in the history of this event that the Broadbeach Ladies and the Broadbeach Men won in the same year. It was the first time in 2015. In 2016, the Broady girls did it again, and they did it again in 17. So they've won 3 of the last 4. And in 2017 was the second time in this event history where the men and the women from the same club won. That was 2017. 2018, Helensvale chipped in.
I mean, if you remember correctly, Gary, it came down to they played Enoggera in the grand final, whatever you want to call it, a lovely bowl there. And if you remember correctly, it came down to the very last bowl, and Enoggera were holding game and had the trophy in their hand, and Kelsey Cottrell put the kitty in the ditch.
Yep.
To pick up 2 shots for him to win by 1.
That was the Helensvale Ladies, but
yes,
the Helensvale Men also won in 2018. So they're another club that have won the event in the same year.
Yes,
men and women.
So true. So we see Jack High Bowl there just be the combination of Marie Rigby team holding 2 shots there by the looks of it, but bowl there just a little bit wide there by Edna Parks. So we see
Nolene Dutton on the next rink. She's giving someone a big high five. He's pretty happy with that because Knowles'll be looking at coming back a bit. Patricia Rowland Allsop says, dig deep the Marlins. Well,
they're trying very hard,
They
Tricia.
are, mate. They're doing their very best.
They're doing their club proud, but I tell you that right now, they really are. They're trying very, very hard. Very trying conditions here today.
They've just been a bit outgunned on one particular rink, and the other rink, the third rink that we've got to give you an update was that the Enoggera girls are leading 15-10. So that doesn't help their cause all that much.
No, that's for sure.
Marlin Coast on the net rink next to us, where the 2 Spice girls are involved. Marlin Coast leading 13-8.
Oh, yes, but look at the amount of blood on that rink, though, mate. Hey, it's scary, mother playing daughter.
Well, that's right. And you wouldn't believe it in a million years that they're both against one. They're playing third.
Yeah, that's amazing. As we go around the grounds, as we say, we have in the ladies, we have Bagara 44, the Albert 24 on 36 ends. We have Algester 26, North Mackay 42 on 36 ends. And in the men, Swifts 31, Jubilee 38 on 40 ends. Tweed Heads have jumped away from Emerald slightly. 54 Tweed Heads, 26 to Emerald on 41 ends. Dolby 31, Enoggera 60 on 40 ends. And Pyara has slipped away from Boyantanum by 51 to 32 on 37 ends. So we've had amazing the way it's just going on.
Well, and see, this is what's happened nowadays because for us to bring you other scores and other greens and rinks, etc., we normally had to leave our chair, and not that worried us, but we'd go and get all the scores. But the Doe, our director of everything, Robbie Allen, has got walkie-talkies going now.
It's now Tweed Heads 63, Emerald 37 on 48 ends. See, that's just on a... See, he's got all this hook up here. Look, he's got stuff he can talk into.
He's got more wires and cables coming out of it. He's got an earplug.
Mate.
Now, who's on the other end of the walkie-talkie, Robbie?
He doesn't know that.
No, he's getting more scores. Shut up, Gary. I'm getting something else.
He's got more wires and leads coming out of him as you'd see in a ICU unit.
Well, you would. You know, he might have heart trouble. We don't know about it.
Don't know about it, mate. He's got leads everywhere.
Sitting with us, he might have. He's got more pipes and cables coming out of it.
Okay, an update now. This is getting very close between Swifts and Jubilee. It's 45 to Swifts and 47 to Jubilee on 52 ends. So that's really starting to close up.
Yeah, that's getting pretty close now.
See Christine just trying to come round this front bowl. Oh, she just clipped it, unfortunately. Just got a little skid off
taking the pace off it, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely did. Just got a little bit too much of it. And then the ladies.
Here comes Maria.
Getting a bit of a catch-up here. We've got Algester 34, North Mackay 48 on 39 ends. See this new modern technology that Robbie's got with all these leads and cords. And
well, walkie-talkies are not what you'd call modern, are they? I mean, they've been around for 20 or 30 years.
Yes, I know.
But to have the foresight. Hello. Oh, she missed it. Oh, look at that.
And the latest one in the ladies, it's Bagara 57, the Albert 26 on 42 ends. That's the latest. Hot off the press, Gary.
Well, you got them all right. You got them updated, and we get them for you a little bit quicker these days because of Robbie's foresight to get these walkie-talkies in operation. Because how the greens are, 100 or so metres away from where sitting here.
Yes, no, they're a fair way away.
I'm just not. Oh, look at Tony. She brought me water.
Yes.
So what do I do with this?
Well, what I sometimes do with it, if I put 3 bits of ice and a big nip of rum in it, by Christ, that water tastes nice.
What's it taste like?
It tastes like water at the moment.
Hey?
Mate, it tastes like water, mate, trust me.
It doesn't look that much flavour about it, does it?
There's no flavour in that one, mate. Mate, there's no flavour in that one.
Oh, I've always said if you get a bottle of red and you can see from one side of the bottle through to the other, it's no good.
Well,
you take it back.
I'm a firm believer if anyone drinks white wine, they should have at least red cordial in it, Gary.
Well, you can do that.
Because
you mix them both together and you get a rosé, don't you?
You get a rosé, mate, I tell you. So we see a nice start there by Penny Anderson. She's pulling up just probably around about 2.5 feet behind the kitty, but right on the line once again, Gary.
Yeah.
So, but they've had a good tussle, these two, Penny Anderson. And,
they have indeed.
And Jeanette Ward. I see Jeanette just struggled a little bit the last few ends, but oh, gee whiz, for the first 3 quarters of the game, she was absolutely played some great bowls. And she's got it down here pretty well again now too.
Susie McKenzie's come back on and said the pies are nearly hot, Robbie.
Is that right?
Well, she said they got good pies down there.
We just had an update, mate. They said the pies are nearly hot for lunch.
They're nearly ready.
They're nearly ready.
And they're pretty good, Robbie. They're not too bad down here. We've had them before. They are.
We see Penny just trying to outdraw Jeanette's last bowl. She's not
going
to be
under.
far away, just going to go under that line. Again, her weight was pretty spot on there, though, Gary.
Yeah, both these girls have had their moments, haven't they? The two leads.
I think they've had a good tussle between
each
other.
They sure have. And this lady, Jeanette, these duck egg coloured bowls.
Yeah.
She's been playing with terrific weight all day. Now look at this.
She's not far away once again, Gary.
She's going to drop underneath, is she?
Yeah, good bowl there too.
Oh, there's another lovely weighted bowl.
She's got 2 shots, so advantage to Jeanette on that end, but those two have had a wonderful tussle.
Yeah, and now Olivia's once again coming out on the wider hand.
Yep.
Now you said the wind was going to pick up. It doesn't appear to be all that much worse than what it was.
Tell you what, Olivia's got a nice line on this. How's her weight? I think she's just going to pull up a bit short.
Yeah, I don't think she's got the weight, mate, to reach it.
Beautiful line for what she's after, though, Gary. Beautiful line.
Okay, so now it's back to Edna.
Edna Parks. Got a good line with this one. How's her weight coming down there? Starting to go.
Yeah, she's under it as well. They're just not quite getting it right sometimes, are they? But you can feel for them a bit because it's, as I said, it's never easy to play with windy conditions.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. So one nice... just going to come in behind. Anything behind the head's going to be beneficial here because I wouldn't be surprised if Maria's still a couple down when she goes to the head, Gary. I wouldn't be surprised if she attacks. So.
Olivia's corrected her weight a bit better than the first one, but she's pretty well behind.
Maria's now got 2 bowls in behind the head, Gary, which I think she find that she'd be quite happy with.
Well, anything behind the head's always going to suit Maria because she's not frightened to have a crack, is she?
No.
And there's another nice shot from is that Edna?
But there's one thing I learnt when I was skipping for all those years, though, Gary. The big difference is asking your teammates, can you see that bowl, instead of saying, can you hit that bowl?
Yeah, it's a big difference, isn't it?
Terminology is everything in this game, Gary.
Yeah, I can see it.
I can see it.
Yep. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, hit it. Oh, okay. I should have asked that question first.
Here we go. What's happening here?
Christine Baxter, she's got this. Oh, just snuck through.
She's just gone through and hit nothing.
No, she hit nothing. So she'd still be 3 down there. But Maria's got 3 back bowlers there, so she wouldn't really worry Maria too much.
So here's Marion Selwood.
Again, she got a beautiful grass line on this.
You reckon? I'm tipping she's skinny a bit, isn't she?
Oh, a little bit skinny, but she's going to come in for the count by the looks of it.
Not going to do that either. Well, yes, she might. Yes.
So they're holding 4 shots here.
It looks to be 4.
They're going.
Yeah, Christine Baxter, she's scratching where she's not itchy because she's got to do something here.
She's got to do something here, mate. You got that right.
And out she goes, and it all depends on her weight because she looks to have great territory here.
She's got beautiful territory. Look at this bowl starting to work now. Starting to work very, very nicely.
And what's Maria Rigby doing? Is she getting excited?
She's very excited.
I think, look at that.
1 shot. Falls over.
Thank you very much, Auntie Christine, she said. You've done well there.
You've done well there. Very happy.
And see, well, that's happened a bit, hasn't it?
It has. That's the one bowl. Like, I mean, they're just.
It's not as though the Marlin Coast girls have. Well, she got a bit of that? No, she hasn't.
Oh, just going to miss
not as though they're bad. They've played all that bad.
Well, Christine would have to fancy herself here. Like, she's got 5 seconds.
Well,
and 1 down. So.
Well, she's got to try and turn that bowl, hasn't she? Or get rid of it altogether.
She's got to get rid of it altogether, mate. So.
And she can either use scud missile weight, or she can just try and play a swinger onto it, because she's going to get the assistance of the breeze coming in on that hand.
Yep. Always great to have all these comments coming through. G'day, Fiona. I haven't replied to many because I really can't see them that well today. It's a bit glary up here, so I apologise. So I'll go and get my glasses in between games. I'll be able to, hopefully, the next game. Bit glary up here with the iPads.
What do they put them there?
No, they're my sunglasses.
Oh.
Even a bloke as young as me sometimes has to put reading glasses on, Gary.
I've got to put reading glasses on to find me reading glasses.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
You've got to put glasses on to find me glasses.
I see Maria's played this bowl here pretty well too, just quietly. Yeah, she's... but I'll tell you what, I think that Christine would still have a few seconds there, mate, so...
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't be pulling this one short.
No, and there she goes.
Or even a trail would do it, though, Gary. Even a trail.
Now, what's she done here? How's she looking from your chair?
Well, it's not too bad, in actual fact.
She hasn't got the weight to turn it or smash it or anything.
She's going to draw it cold.
Well, I hope she's up, is she?
No,
I don't think so. See,
gee whiz, yeah.
But that might not be a bad thing to finish there. If she got 1 to go, she can use extra weight now. She might even get a click off that one.
That's ever so true. Definitely got options.
Yeah, it all depends what Maria does, though.
Yeah, she's going to run through slightly.
Oh, take a
so
letter.
It's definitely on here. It's definitely on here for Christine to make a multiple.
Well, she needs the shot, so she's only 1 down. She's got to have a crack at this.
Oh, mate, she's got 6 seconds, mate. 6 seconds.
Now, here she comes. No question about the weight. She's certainly going to be here. But is she too wide?
Yeah, I think she is with this one.
She's not going to get back. What a shame.
Yeah, no, she had 6 seconds there. So.
Well, that kind of weight would have done it.
Well, she actually played that with good weight, Gary. She really did.
You could either go a lot quicker than that, like a lot of the men would. I mean, Ryan Best, he would have smacked that halfway to bloody Kingscliff.
I've never seen a bloke with so many band-aids on a set of bowls in all my life, mate. They must be hurting, those bowls.
I reckon. But he plays well with them, doesn't he?
He goes all right for an old bloke. Getting old, you know, Rhino.
He beat the Devil yesterday, you know.
Did he?
The Devil went down to Broadbeach.
I read all about that on Facebook last night. I read all about that.
Did you?
Yeah, I read all about it.
Goes to show how stupid I am. He gave the Devil a nice old touch-up.
He certainly did. So Penny bet to play her first bowl. She's going to stick to her forehand by the looks of things. Use the wind, which is a very good. She's led up very well on this hand.
She's tossed it out there too. Are they watching this other bowl? She's not going to run into it, is she?
No, she's missed that.
She's under it.
Robbie's just going to click over to the other.
Well, I think she's played a bomb here, mate, don't you?
This looks pretty good, mate.
Well, that's what you call a Hungry Jacks.
Yep.
That's a whopper.
Yep, absolutely. It's an absolute whopper. With the works.
Well, the bacon comes with the next bowl, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does, mate.
Yeah.
Again, they're just watching this bowl out here. And
Well, Jeanette's not to be outdone here. She might be a fraction wide, but she's got pretty decent weight.
Beautiful weight again there too,
she's
Gary.
up
You're
there.
dead right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful weight.
What's Penny got for us here?
Well, Penny doesn't have to correct much, really, Gary.
No.
She's handling this hand very well now, isn't
She's
she?
just looking to add a little bit of garnish to her whopper. She's got a pretty decent line again.
She has.
She's coming through that darker green patch. Now is Maria getting... No, she wasn't getting excited, was she?
No, there's no bacon on that whopper.
No. The bacon fell off out
Fell off
the car window.
No.
Now, Jeanette, to my view, has still got to get around that bowl,
I think she'd have to come
that
around
white
it, Gary.
bowl.
That's for
She's
sure.
trying to get under it. She could get the other one, but she's got a pretty good weight. Now, she is under it.
Tell you what, she's
Is
got
she
the
going to
weight
dive
on
onto
this.
the shot bowl, or she got the jack?
She got the
She's
gap.
got an aperture. That's what Jimmy C was calling it.
Calling it.
He's got an aperture.
An aperture. Young Jimmy. So we see
Olivia Rothwell.
Olivia Rothwell on the mat at the moment. She's got a very good grass line for what she's after.
You reckon?
No, well, she's going to be underdone, but weight's going to be the biggest thing with her, unfortunately.
She got neither.
Yeah, pretty
She
good.
got no weight and no grass. You've called it backwards.
Yeah, but besides that, it's all right, though.
Besides that, it's not a bad bowl.
Not a
is
bad
it?
bowl, mate. Come on, mate. Talk it up, bud.
Talking you up.
Yeah.
Okay, so here comes
Edna Parks.
Edna Parks. And she's not up there either, I don't
No,
think. We're saying up there because we're looking directly behind.
we are looking behind.
We've
them
got double vision here. We're
See
looking-
that white? That's where we are. You can see the Gold Coast Tweed District Media Team there. That's where we're just sitting in behind the scoreboard there, you could say.
Okay, so Olivia Rothman's... Oh, no, geez. It's Rothwell, isn't it?
Yes.
Rothman's... I could have a cigarette. I can't get it out of my head.
You having a smoke, mate, eh?
She hasn't got there either.
Well, I'll tell you what, that'd be pretty close to second shot, though, Gary.
Yeah, but it's not going to count, is it?
No, it's
You
not going
wouldn't
to count
think
at the end of the day, mate. Not with these
wouldn't
players that
think
come.
so.
So we see Edna Parks just got her instructions from Christine.
This is Marion, isn't it?
No, this is Edna.
Is Edna
Edna
again?
Parks, yep.
Okay.
Tell you what, she's not going to be far away, just to wait. Look at that bowl start turning. Yeah, just to wait, that's all. Grass line wasn't too bad, really, for what she was after.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you how much wider that wind's really made it become, though, Gary, because they are taking a lot more.
Yeah, well, it doesn't abate it, has it? It's
No.
still there, and
This is
got to be driving
Christine
them nuts.
Baxter's first bowl. so
Christine Baxter, she got a pretty decent line, I would imagine.
got a really good line, mate.
She got the weight to get past that and just die. No. Well, that's probably made it easier for him to get in there.
Well,
It's still got to be done, though, isn't it?
see, that's my philosophy of that, mate. So you can't be knocked up if you're not short.
Well, you've told me that before, and I've tried to come up with a reason why you're not right, but I can't think of anything.
Mate, it's the only way I get shots these days. Just drop them short, let someone smash them after me.
Well, that's it.
Marion,
Okay, well,
Marion
she wouldn't
Sherwood just pulling up short.
Shouldn't be
with
too
that
happy
one.
with that. Now, Christine Baxter's cleared a path for herself. She doesn't have to worry about that white bowl in her eye. She's looking to beat her own on the wing and get through that little port. And I don't mind betting she's...
Tell you what, she's got a beautiful line.
You reckon? I think she's hanging out there a bit, isn't she?
This one here come home, mate.
Yeah, the weight's pretty good, and she's probably in the count there. Yeah, she's pretty good.
Enough to get Maria,
Well, it gave her a bit
excited.
of, well, it gave her a bit of confidence too, Christine, didn't it? Because she'd got rid of that white bowl, which appeared to be in her eye. Yeah, what's Marion done here? She got no weight.
No, hasn't got the legs, mate, unfortunately. She's got a nice line for what she was after, though, Gary. Beautiful
Yeah, well,
line,
she
just
had-
pulling up short,
yeah,
though.
good grass. She's a good 7 or 8 feet short
Yeah.
there.
So it's up to the skips now. Maria's having a good look at this
Yep.
as she pulls away. Have a bit
So,
of a shing wag to the team.
Yeah, they're having a mid-conference, mid-green powwow.
Yep.
is all good. So Maria Rigby. But this, without being too cruel, this game appears to be slipping away from the Marlin Coast girls, doesn't it, Brian?
Well, it does, unfortunately, because they've tried very, very hard. They've represented their club. They should be proud of what they've made it this far.
But it's not just on this rink. It's also, where am I looking? The Enoggera girls leading 15-13 on that other rink, and Marlin Dutton's team that was fairly well down early. I think they must have come good or come well back into it.
See a good line here from Maria Rigby, just trying to set this blue bowl at the back here. She's not far away. She's got it.
She's got it. Crikey, Moses, what's going on here?
That was a great bowl, wasn't it?
Well, she really has made a hell of a difference to the team, notwithstanding the fact that her ladies have played very well. Now, poor old Christine Scott, she's done and dusted. She's gone under, so far under. Now, the other rink that I was trying to bring you is that the Marlin Coast is still leading 15-9 on the rink in the centre.
On 17 ends, Gary?
Yeah, on 17 ends. But now, what's happened here? No, she's gone under as well. But Nolene Dutton's team have come back because they were down about 7 or 8 shots earlier. Now it's only, 5 or 6 or something. So they've picked the margin up.
Oh, look at the wind get hold of this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they picked up a handful here, my friend, by the looks of it.
Yeah, so I think this...
look at the wind. Look at the way he's picking up their clothes.
Clothes and cloths are blown everywhere, aren't they?
1, 2.
So you know you're down a heap when they put the cloth down and start putting the bowls on top of the cloth.
Yep.
That's what the ladies do, don't they?
Yes, they do.
There's 4.
There's 4.
Now,
I think
she said that. Now I'm having that one as well. That's 5.
That's 5. Gee whiz.
And that's 6.
That's 6.
Oh, this is gonna. Oh, they're measuring for 7.
They're measuring now for 7.
Well, this is going to be crucial.
This is. Yes, this could be game, set, and match in this end alone.
Well, it's certainly in this rink, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all over bar the shelling in this rink.
7 shots.
7 shots.
Gee whiz.
Well,
that's a great pickup there by the very experienced team, ably led by Maria Rigby, who sat that bowl out of the head beautifully, Gary, you know.
And, I mean, it was all manufactured. It wasn't anything, there was a bit of luck and, bump and whistle coming through there, wasn't it?
Mate, you know as well as I do, mate. There's no luck in bowls, mate. It's pure skill.
That's it.
Pure skill,
said that before.
Mate.
Alan Law is watching. Morning, Al Pal, and he's always regular with us. Wendy Peach is watching, and Jeffrey Watkins is watching.
Welcome you all aboard.
Yeah, for sure and certain. So this is starting to get pretty spooky for the Marlin Coast girls. They're just getting a little bit too far out of touch now because there's only, what are we looking at, 10 ends to go. So they've got to pick up 28 shots in 10 ends.
Well, Maria's rink now has jumped out to 36-4 on 19 ends. Now that's quite a substantial lead there by Maria. But you have got to admit, you've got to take some. She has played some incredible bowls.
She has, and she's extremely well known, and she's very capable of playing those.
That's for sure.
Sorts of shots, as we've all seen in the past. Yep. She's won a hell of a lot of tournaments around Queensland with her great friend Esther Regan and others, I might tell you.
Yep.
But she's a very seasoned campaigner, as Maria, and there's not too many tournaments for the ladies around the state where you don't see her name crop up.
Well, that's ever so true, Gary. See a nice start there by Penny Anderson, just falling in just in behind the kiddie, probably around about 2.5 foot behind the head, but that again is a very nice start.
Absolutely. Just keeping the pressure on, Brian, aren't they?
Well, she's also thrown Gary a good 3/4 length end, which is really going to sort some of these players out with his breeze. But I think the sensible thing is that they are trying to use the wide hand though, mate.
Well, they've played it all day, most of them, haven't they?
Yep.
Except when the skipper's asked them to change for a real reason to the other hand. But they've all elected to try and master the wider hand.
Well, you see there, it's Jeanette just cut her grass just slightly, and the way it was punished. Like it takes you back to the old days, Gary, when you and I were young blokes and we used to have standard bowls in our hand, mate. You know what I mean? Remember those days?
We used to have Dunlops and things like that.
That's right, yes.
Now, look, here's a lovely shot too.
Two good bowls
Another
there.
lovely shot from Penny.
Yeah, 2 good bowls there by Penny Anderson.
Somebody said she's not worth 2 bob, Penny.
She's worth a penny, mate.
Well, she's worth more than that.
Tell you what, that might be something we can get Jimmy on in an interview later on, mate. Eh?
Penny's not worth 2 bob.
She's led up beautifully.
She's played her part today. There's no question about that.
She certainly has, Gary. See a good-looking correction here from Jeanette. Maybe just a bit long.
Look, she's gone through the gap.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what happens too, isn't it? When you're just out of luck a little bit, you just seem to
you're trying to trace shots. You want to see. You don't want to be short, do you?
Well, she sat that bowl. She had shots. So simple as that. So she gave it every opportunity.
Okay. So here comes young Elizabeth Rothwell. And she's pretty well out there. She might be too far out there.
A little bit too wide with that one there, I think, mate. So.
Her weight doesn't look too bad. So it's Enoggera who are putting the screws down here onto the Marlin Coast ladies in the game that we're televising. And it's a long, long way back, isn't it, from 36 to 4.
Yes. Particularly when there's only 2 inches to go.
Well, that's it.
Well, he's a lovely-looking bowl here.
Yeah, this could be the shot, and I think it probably is, yes.
Beautiful bowl there by Edna Parks.
Yeah, and
absolutely. Just pulled up a couple of feet in front of the kitty there, Gary. But
Christine's already indicated that is the shot.
Yep, well, that's good.
Now, Olivia's having another bit of a look at this now. Well,
she's got better grass line on this one, Gary.
Yeah, I don't mind her weight either. I think she's having a decent look at this. Is she going to stop in time?
Oh, I tell you what.
Not quite.
Yeah, lovely try, though, mate.
Yep.
This is where you really need a Robbie Allen in your side just to trail that kitty 6 inches, mate,
someone who knows the game backwards, doesn't he?
Well, he does, mate.
Yeah.
Because you know why? He watches it on slow action replay.
He does, and he tries to correct.
Yes.
Now, what's Edna done here?
A little bit short with this one, mate.
Yeah, she's gone a bit tighter. See,
a bit tight there with
that one. She's
just
drawn the shot with the first one.
Yep.
It's obviously not that easy to repeat the dose.
No, that's for sure.
Now, Christine Baxter, she's been a bit of a thorn in the opposition side, hasn't she?
She's played very well. Her and Maria are very. The back end have been very, very solid all day, Gary.
Well, Christine, whenever she's been down, she's played a clanger normally.
Yeah, no, just a little bit long with this one.
Yeah, she's gone through that same aperture.
That same gap. Didn't fall in though, Bowl, was it?
No,
so Maria's pretty happy with that one, so it must be sitting there. So
Christine is asking Marion Selwood to get out a bit wide because she needs a little bit of cover in behind there, doesn't she?
Definitely needs something behind the head.
She's gone too wide.
Yeah, a little bit too long by the looks of things. Well, she's just not too sure if that's her bowl there, I think.
I think she's disappeared out of the screen here.
And Marie's just asked her to sit that bowl out of the head there, Gary.
Okay, well, here we go. Now, what's happening here?
Tell you what, she's not far away.
Oh, she's not going to. If she misses, she's not going to miss by much. She's got the edge of it. What a good shot!
What a great bowl there!
What a good shot,
Christine Baxter.
Well, that was perfectly. That's the first time we've seen a heavy shot on that wider hand. So,
well, as we said, like the back end there between Christine Baxter and Maria Rigby, they've really played some great conversion shots, Gary, haven't they?
Well, they have, and Christine and.
Tell you what, good-looking bowl here too, just quietly.
Oh, she sees it going to go through the little
just
gap.
Went through that
Poor
gap.
old Christine nearly had kittens.
She did. She thought she
thought she got to get one shot here at least.
At least, yeah. Just ran through, unfortunately. But, you know, all due respect, though, Gary, it's just absolutely fantastic to see the Marlin Coast girls. Like, I mean, mate, they're not giving up. They're fighting all the way.
And they never would.
No, they never. Just an absolute credit to their club, the way they've participated in this event. I think they've played some great bowls. They've just been outgunned by a very strong and experienced Enoggera team. But these 4 players are going to leave this event, though, Gary, going away with a lot better players than when they
Yeah.
before they came.
Well,
mate.
they will, and I mean they've got a hell of a long way to come too, Brian, haven't they?
Mates.
But they come down here with pride.
Oh,
They
mate.
come down here with pleasure
Mate.
to just make the playoffs. And, you know, I mean, they're here to win, of course.
Well,
but
as you know yourself, mate, they come down here with true Queensland spirit, mate. You
of
know
course
that?
they do.
True Queensland spirit.
They're just more than happy to be here playing what you know, other ladies from the state that they might not necessarily get to play all that often.
Oh, good try there by Christine. Just ran through. But very, very good try. Just trying to sit that back bowl or get Kitty. This is where they're chasing a few shots here now. So
Yeah,
you know,
here comes Maria.
Maria. Yeah, Maria. Obviously, her first bowl did count by the looks of it. It's that one there. But
Now look, she
that
looks
guy,
to
she's
me to
not
be
far
pretty
away.
right here. Oh, take a letter, Maria.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Good name for a song, Gary.
Well, I think it.
Good name for a song. Take a letter, Maria.
Yes, address it to my wife.
Is that right?
I think he came home one night and his missus was in the cot with some other bloke, was he?
I don't
She said, well, I've had enough of this. Take a letter, Maria.
Maria. Take a letter, Maria.
Yeah, Maria was his secretary.
Is that right? Well, there's some history on some
There you go, yeah.
memorabilia.
I think R.B. Greaves sang that song.
Is that right?
I don't know the gentleman.
No.
Now they're whipping bowls out of their head here again. This could be another catastrophic result.
Four
There's four more.
more.
So this game, well,
40-4 in the last end.
the whole match is pretty well done and dusted now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
there's another 4 there. So it's another very, very strong showing by by Maria Rigby's rink. She really has orchestrated it very, very well, hasn't she?
She has.
But it's, you know, when you look at it though too, like I mean, there's Penny has led up pretty well. She's had a great tussle with Jeanette Ward, and Edna Parks has played some great bowls, as is
Young Olivia.
Olivia's played. So it's, you know, like I mean, okay, the scores, they've got away, but there's really the Marlin Coast girls have tried. They've really tried so hard.
I think that it goes without saying that people have watched all this from home. The two big difference in the team has been Enoggera, Christine Baxter and Maria Rigby
Well, just their
playing
experience.
third and skip.
You know, as once again you see a great start there from Penny Anderson, absolutely sitting just in behind the kitty, just absolutely beautiful start of a bowl. So,
But Jeanette Ward, she's done her bit, hasn't she, Brian? She's been quite impressive from my point of view.
There it is. There, look
Well,
at
she's
that.
got lovely grass.
Yeah,
but
Jeanette
she's
got
just
beautiful
not up.
grass line there. Just
Yeah.
to wait, let her down. So we see Penny Anderson now about to play her second bowl. So.
Well, I think the Marlin girls are probably getting a bit cranky in themselves now because they wouldn't like to have even contemplated that they'd be 40-4 down.
No, that's for sure. And then another beautiful bowl here by Penny too, Gary. Maybe just a tad short, but
Yeah, no, she's all
right
right.
on the line once again. You know
She's
what I mean?
given the two-handed shove, but it's too late because it's up there already.
It's up there already, mate. It's ever so true.
Yeah, how often have you done that? Body language in bowls tells you a lot, doesn't
It
it?
certainly does.
Okay. This strange liquid's still sitting on the bench here. Do you want it?
No, mate, you can have it. It's called water.
Is that what it is?
It is, mate. You ever been fishing?
Oh, yeah. I know what it's called. I've just never tasted it.
Straight like that, eh? Oh, dear.
Wow.
See, it tastes all right.
I could get used to that.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, son. I wouldn't go that far. You see Olivia's...
Hello, there's umpires. Nolene Dutton here. She's called a long measure. 4 metres. Good God. I hope that's not the closest bowl, is it?
Jeez, whiz.
If the kitty hasn't moved, we're in trouble.
That's for sure.
I know, where is it? Right up near the ditch. It's only just in bounds.
Yep. Actual fact, I think there's a bowl on ring 3 would probably have a shot on ring 2.
Oh, I think you're right about that. Okay, so here's young Olivia again.
Nice grass line on this one.
She's
too,
out
Gary.
there nicely.
Very nice grass line. Tell you what, her weight's not going to be too bad neither. Starting to come home now. She's come home very nicely.
Yeah, she's going to pull up in time. I think she
yeah.
will.
Beautiful bowl there.
Well, that's got to be
Lovely
2
bowl.
shots.
Lovely bowl.
It's going to be 2. So this is really starting to become a bit of a blowout here, isn't it?
Yep. See Edna just trying to correct from her first bowl. Again, she's got a nice grass line. I tell you, her weight's not going to be too bad neither.
Is she underneath it? She's just going
to pull up a bit short, I think, mate. Yeah, what a beautiful line though she had.
A great line.
What she was after.
So now here comes Christine Baxter.
Christine Baxter now,
she's been a major influence on the result of this game. She's bowled
that's
particularly
for sure.
well. But her team are holding a couple here, so she doesn't have to do anything spectacular. She'll just probably draw a toucher or something and put this game well and truly to bed.
Okay.
No, she's gone the two-handed push. She's not there either.
We have some updates from around the grounds.
Here we go.
We have men. Now I'm just getting a bit more of a correction
we
here.
Got some more news coming through on the walkie-talkie.
We got this new modern technology we're using here today.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Okie doke. We'll start off with the ladies. Bagara 57, the Albert 26 on 42 ends. We have Algester 45, North Mackay 59 on 53 ends. Now, in the men, we have a change of leader there. We have Swifts on 64 and Jubilee on 50 on 62 ends. We have Tweed Heads 69, Emerald 47 on 57 ends. And an update with the Bagara ladies at 73 to 40 now to Bagara on 60 ends.
Well, that's all over, isn't it?
That's all over. Now, in the Dolby Enoggera match, we have Enoggera 83 to Dolby 37 on 47 ends. And we have Pyalba 54, Boyantanum 45 on 49 ends. So there's some still some games out there in close proximity, you could say. As we witness the last end on this one here, we have Penny Anderson still holding one shot by the looks of that, with the skips going to the head now. So should be interesting. Maria with her first bowl. Again, I assume she'll stick to the wide hand. She's played it so well. Why wouldn't she stick? So she's played it very, very well. Very well grassed. I think she's just going to run out of weight. Yeah, she has too. Just pulled up. Blown a bit of smoke. But she's done her job, that's for sure. She's done a great job, Maria Rigby. She's really orchestrated her team very, very well. Inspired them when they've had to and all of the above. Christine just played a beautiful bowl there. Christine Scott just trailed the kitty. The last end, and we've got this special guest commentator, Mr. Wilkie. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wilkie's on board.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
How are we?
And Brian.
Last end. Been some great bowls played, but got to take your hat off to the back end of the Maria Rigby-led rink. She's played some very telling shots, Maria, and so's Christine Baxter. They've really converted some heads, turned them around. Brett?
Yeah, it makes a big difference if you've got that nice conversion shot, especially when it's windy like this.
Well, mate, I was witnessing last weekend the amount of pressure you put your three young players up front on, mate, because they knew the pressure was on because you came after them. But
yeah, I'm a lot of weight to carry.
Mate, they performed admirably, I thought. They really did play some great bowlers. But again, too, mate, you went all right too.
It was a very good series, the North-South series at Suburban
Maria just missed
Bowling Club in Townsville.
Yep.
Did a wonderful job up there.
So there we go. The Marlin case have got holding two shots here, Brett. So it's unfortunately the blowout on this rink. It's 40-4 this rink. But as I said, there's been some great bowls played. Now they did do a great job hosting the event up there. That's for sure. So we're just trying to get you some more updates. So we've got our main man in here. So most of them are pretty well foregone. So Enoggera, of course, is going to get up over Dolby. So what we'll do, see another good-looking bowl here from Christine. Is she going to run it out? Oh, just
great effort.
Pull up. Great effort there. Two shots. So the rink led by Maria Rigby gets up 40-6 So a very comfortable win to the very strong Enoggera combination. But I can let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that the Marlin Coast girls really tried their heart out and did their club very, very proud, that's for sure.
They're having a good win on the rink next door, I see, 18-9 up.
They've played
Marlin
very
Coast.
well there, and the other one's 18-13 too on 19 end, so there's been good battles over there. In actual fact, when you actually see some of the scores through all the games, it's been topsy-turvy all the way through. Say, for argument's sake, the men, it's the first time Swifts have hit the front on the 62nd end, maybe prior to that, but before that, Jubilee just had their nose just in front, so great fight back there from the Swifts, of course, who are representing Zone 2, which is from Ipswich, so very, very strong fight back there from them, and when you go through them all, really, they've been hanging in there, most of the teams, Brett, so it's been some good fight backs. Tweed Heads, I'd say, would be comfortable winners over Emerald there, but mate, looking down there early when I was down there having a look at that, Brett, Emerald will really make the Tweed Head boys play, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
Mate, they weren't here for just to say, oh, you guys are too good. They
really looked like they were enjoying themselves too, which was great. They were having a good time and playing their heart out, giving their all. As
they would, mate, for their district and their zone, I should say. You know, I mean, what a lot of people don't understand how hard it is for these players to even get this far, Brett. And,
yeah, that's right.
You know, like, I mean, they've got to win their district first, and then they've got to go play off against various zones to represent their zone.
Some of them have to travel a fair way too to get to different zone playoffs.
Well, this is where you've got to take your hat off to zones like Central Queensland and that travel. You know, like, I mean, I think Mount Isa's involved in that too, aren't they? If I remember correctly. So one heck of a travelling component there with...
the Mount Isa guys, they come across to the Townsville and Tropical Far North zone. So that's probably one of the widest spread of distances they have to travel, and so a lot of time, money and effort goes into making it to these finals, especially from those areas.
Well, the absolute enthusiasm and the dedication of some of these players, you really have to admire them, because taking away Bowls Queensland job here and putting them ahead onto the Gold Coast Tweed district, you know, we have people here complaining they've got to travel 10 minutes up in a 110 kilometre zone to go to another club. These people here know what travelling's all about. You know what I mean?
We're spoilt down in this part of the world, but
it's frustrating when you hear comments like that, though, with people complaining having to go 10 minutes, though, compared to what some of these country folk have to do just for a game of bowls.
Thousands of kilometres.
And what a lot of people don't understand, particularly the ones from southeast Queensland, is a lot of these districts too, because we've not so many clubs and the distance travelled, how far they travel just to play Pennant, for argument's sake, before they even get this far.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I mean, I've hearing stories of when we were up north last week, Brett, you know, some clubs travelling, 490 kilometres just to have a game of bowls. Then hop in their car and drive home, and they think no more of it.
They don't blink an eye.
Think no more of it. It's just absolutely amazing. And I mean, now, ladies and gentlemen, this could be very, very scary. It could be this is a children's program. We should not have a camera on these two people. But it's great to have Brett here and coming in with his knowledge and experience, and to see these great competitors out here, the way they've all travelled to Tweed Heads Bowl Style for this wonderful weekend, and another 3 great games of bowls, which will conclude tomorrow afternoon with the final, which should be against whoever makes it, mate. It's going to be some great games.
Yeah, that's right. Just got a shot there of Robbie too.
Yeah, Robbie, as I said, it's a children's program. We should get, we should go back to the bowls.
He's finished all his pies.
Tell you what, he's been drooling here all morning, mate. He's been drooling. Can't wait till he gets his pie for lunch. As you can tell, I don't need a pie.
It's a great story on the rink next door, where the Marlin Coast ladies are up 18-9 with Trish Spicer and Emma Spicer, mother and daughter.
Mate, absolutely marvellous.
Opposite thirds and eating on the same rink.
Absolutely, it's fantastic.
Trish has got the bragging rights at the moment. 18-9 up with 2 ends to go.
And I can guarantee you that Trish will not let Emma off lightly, I reckon. I reckon that's... I don't think she'll get off lightly, but Nylene Dutton's skipping that rink, and it's great to see the Marlin Coast girls performing so admirably on that rink, that's for sure. But I've got some good viewers on board, so I hope you're enjoying the telecast, and if Tony just wants to flick down and get a little shot of that head. There you go. Gets us off the screen, mate. How clever is that, eh?
Just the light.
Yeah, that's the light. There's a little bit there going there, unfortunately. But you can see the head there is pretty well scattered, as we see. Yeah, no, it'd be pretty hard to get it there, but you see the two skips, which is Marlin Dutton. Just missing the head.
Good attempt.
Very good attempt there by Marlin, and she'd be playing Shirley Sampson. Shirley of course representing the Marlin coast. You'll see Shirley just playing her bowl here. She's playing her backhand as the bowl. She's just going to pull up a bit short there. Just coming into focus now. So yeah, just that hand too, Brett's been
bit fluky at times.
Well, it has been, but I mean, when I used to play bowls quite regularly, if it was a win like this, I used to always try to play the wide hand because I've always found it to be more kinder than trying to fight against the wind.
Yeah, we've seen most people playing the wider hand today. I noticed the Marlin Coast ladies play Broadbeach this afternoon in their section.
Should be a good game, that one, Brett, that's for sure.
So we've got two sections of 4 teams in both the men's and women's through to the state finals here at the moment, and the 2 section winners play off tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock Queensland time here at the Tweedheads Bowls Club.
It should be absolutely fantastic bowls, that's for sure. As we see the Enoggera team just picking up 1 there to narrow the score. It's 19-10 with 1 end to play. So Trish Spicer does have bragging rights on that ring, mate, no matter what happens. Yeah,
that's if they don't do well in any other games, that'll be what she'll be taking home from this weekend. But
well, I remember there a couple of years ago, Brett, Nathan Rice's rink went down to, wasn't far north Queensland, was one of the smaller districts. I just can't remember the district off the top of my head. And Nathan took a bit of a beating, and they tell me those boys are still living off that all these years later.
I was out
May have been Warrego. I think it was
Maranoa Warrego.
I think it was, and those boys are still living off that great feat.
Well, I was out on the back green here at Tweedheads earlier taking some photos, and someone mentioned to me that there was an 8 scored out there this morning.
Is that right?
So they'll be taking that away as a good memory of this weekend.
I guarantee you that we'll hear something about that come lunchtime. But
it was one of the men's games. I'm not sure which one it was. It could have been
Dolby and could have been Dolby and Enoggera.
Oh, I think it was a Pialba Boyne-Tanham game.
Oh, okay, Pialba Boyne-Tanham. Yep.
Yeah, so there was not much in that game.
No, it was pretty close. That's for sure.
A pretty good game. So I'm not sure who it was, but
now this afternoon they tell me, just as we watch the conclusion of this end here from the Marlin Dutton's rink, which we've been able to pick up from these cameras. Now, Robbie's told me, I'm pretty sure this afternoon we're doing the Dolby versus Pialba game.
In the men?
In the men, from what I've been informed. That's correct. So that should be a colossal game of bowls.
They've been drawn on these 3 rinks out the front.
Yep.
This is the main show green of the Tweedheads Bowls Club.
Yep.
We can see the big home of the Golden Nugget.
Dolby Pialba, mate. So that should be a colossal tussle this afternoon, mate.
Yeah.
Should be absolutely some good competitors there. I see, for argument's sake, representing the Dolby district. We've got, the Dolby, the zone. We've got people that have, Robert Hammonds played for the state. Of course, Graham Cafford, otherwise affectionately known as Bogger, and John Savage. Like, they've got some great team match-up, mate. Like Stephen Savage,
under 18 Queensland.
That's right. Joel Smith. Got some great players there, mate. So it should be, and of course the Pialba club ably led by Johnny Walker, the Evergreen.
Yeah. Peter Ivey, ex-Queensland player.
Peter Ivey there. Yep.
Craig Hodges is a new recruit from Victoria. Very good player from Ocean Grove that's moved up.
Yep. So should be.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good players.
A lot of good players, mate. So it should be one heck of a good tussle this afternoon, my friend. So.
Going up to Pialba in a couple of weeks, they've got a $10,000 Fours tournament up there.
Yep.
Going up there to play with a few of the local guys.
That'd be fantastic.
A couple of the Brian Cundy from Pialba.
Okie doke.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Nice part of the world there at Harvey Bay.
Lived there for a couple of years, mate. I was a member of the Harvey Bay Bowls Club before I moved to the Gold Coast, so I know the region very, very well. But that was when the old days when Harvey Bay had 3 grass greens, mate.
Okay.
And David Carrez was a greenkeeper there. David, of course, now very well known through the northern New South Wales region, where he's the greenkeeper at Kingscliff as well as Cabaretta. So
some nice greens around that part of the world.
Yes, and David did a great job up in Harvey Bay when he was there. As we see the flags up there, subsided a little bit compared to what it was an hour or so ago, though. It was nowhere near as strong as it was an hour ago, but still a little bit inconsistent, you could say. As we see...
when I was out on the back green, I mentioned I was out there earlier, it was a little bit more exposed out there.
Oh, yes.
A little bit more breeze taking effect on that green.
No, that's for sure. Let's just see there's good crowds. There's a lot of support for all the various teams too. Brett, they've obviously brought their supporters down, so it's... and of course we've got Enoggera down here today looking after the players. If anyone's got any sore aches or pains, they've got a little comfort corner down there as they do, and they're working on them with their machines.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good feedback from people trying that out. Yes,
wonderful product, of course. And, of course, a big thank you from the Gold Coast media team to Bowls Queensland and Tweed Head Bowls Club, who allowed us the honour of being able to bring you this great event over the next 2 days with some fantastic bowls getting out to the people. And it's good to see the people that can't make it down here can still support their teams and get updates. So a lot of very appreciative people on the iPads and that who are thanking us for trying to keep them updated on all the scores. And
well done to you guys, you and Robbie and Gary, on all the work you do. It's been marvellous to coverage and just keeps getting better and better all the time.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Is that we've got to get bowls out there, this great game of ours, out to as many people as we possibly can, Brett. And it's
especially the non-bowling friends that get to see it on the feeds when people share it. Makes a big difference.
It definitely does, and it's just been a pleasure being able to promote our great game, which is a great game, and it's enjoyed by so many people. And as we all know, Brett, is that people with any disability or able-bodied or age bracket, or no matter what they may be, are able to participate in this.
A prime example on this rink we're watching now with the mother and daughter
playing each other. Well, you wouldn't get better, would you? You know,
whether you're playing with your family members or against it's always a great sort of sport to be able to share that experience with.
Well, I must admit, I've had a lot of success with my son over the years, but it's got to the stage where my son doesn't play with hacks like me anymore, so he keeps telling me. I'm only joking, of course. He's got 3 children under the age of 5, so he's been a bit busy doing other things, you could say.
I bet. A little bit fortunate there from Marlin Dutton of Enoggera.
Yes, got shot out of that by the looks of it. Not too sure who's...
A little bit sneaky.
Yeah, she got it. Played it with good weight. That's for sure. So we're doing, of course, the same rink this afternoon, rink 1, so... no need to change the cameras around or anything, so they're all there. You can see them measuring on the rink next door. See who's got shot no doubt. So it's Faye Clark down measuring.
That's their last end to finish the game on that rink.
1-2 Enoggera.
Shake hands.
Shaking hands. Yeah, so that's a win to the Enoggera club on rink 3. 23-13. So they got away with them the last couple of ends. So it's this is their last end, as we're just witnessing now. We're watching
Shirley Sampson on the mat from Marlin Coast.
Yeah, she could play this pretty well too. It's just pulling up a little bit short, but beautiful grass line on that. So see Nolan, what's she going to do now?
2 on a measure.
Okay.
She just said if she can trail that jack 2 or 3 feet, she could make 5.
Okay.
So that's the call from Emma Spicer, I should say.
Emma Spicer.
Correction.
Yes, it is. Picked it up very quickly. Very, very quickly.
Well, she's definitely given it a chance. She's got a fair bit of weight on it.
She's definitely in the area, Brett. She's just going to cut, I think, slightly just under that. Yeah, but a great try, that's for sure.
They had all the bowls waiting there at the back.
Yeah, she gave it every opportunity, that's for sure.
Shirley was just looking to correct her weight now. Needing about 4 feet on the last.
Got a nice line on it too. This bowl's starting to work now. You can see it's starting to work.
She got the weight.
No, I don't think so. I think she's just going to pull up a bit of smoke.
Might have been a little bit scared with all the Enoggera back bowls waiting for any trail.
Would not be at all surprised.
Yeah,
so we just
they've won their rink, Marlin Coast.
Marlin Coast
So
have won
well
that
done.
rink, and congratulations. And it's something, as Brett said before, there's something they can be very proud of to go home and with one win under their belt already, 1 out of 1. You can't do any better than that.
So they're going to play Broadbeach this afternoon, who have had
Be
a
a
bye
great
this
game.
morning.
Yeah, but see, the Broadbeach girls have been out there rolling up though, mate.
Yeah.
They've definitely come down to succeed by the looks of things. They've spent quite a bit of time out there rolling up, so we just...
They were champions from 2 years ago, the Broadbeach.
I think they won it 3 years in a row, if I remember correctly.
15,
Broadbeach.
16 and 17.
Yeah, so done very, very well. We'll just see. The seconds are going to put the score up in a minute, so pretty sure it was 2 there, Robbie, I think you'll find.
We must thank the Tweedheads Bowls Club for being a fantastic host once again. They've run a lot of world class events here with the Golden Nugget, Australian Indoor Singles, and they've been the host of this event the last couple of years. Always do a great job.
Well, that's one thing I can assure of anyone in the Tweedhead region this afternoon or tomorrow morning, ladies and gentlemen. You'd like to come down and see these true champions in action. It's you wouldn't. It's just a pleasure to be able to watch them all over here. It's absolutely fantastic. So the final score on that rink there was 19-13. A win to the Marlin Coast girls. So well done, Marlin Coast, on that.
18-13. So just changed it.
Just changed it back. Okay, 18-13.
Seconds are just working out the cards there.
They're sorting out the cards.
Must have been a bit of a discrepancy.
So the next game, Brett, starting at 12:30, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
12:30. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the...
tomorrow we've got, just to remind everyone,
Yes.
we've got an early start. So it's 7:30 a.m. Queensland start tomorrow for round 3.
Yep.
And then a 12 o'clock final.
12 o'clock final, so it's going to be some great bowls. So on behalf of the Gold Coast Tweed District Media team, and sponsored very admirably by the Enoggera Therapeutical Company, who are here today. If you have any aches and pains, come on down. And they
I think
can
Gary's
work
been out
wonders
there
with you.
having a go of their products.
Wouldn't be at all
Gary
surprised.
Thomas, trying them out.
But big thank you, and we'll be back on air around about 12:30 to bring you the next game, which will be between Dalby and Pyalba, which should be a colossal game. Hope you enjoyed the first telecast. Go and have some lunch and a nice cup of coffee or tea, whatever you want, and enjoy your bowls and support your club. And a big thank you to Brett Wilkie and Robbie Allen and Gary Thomas. Thank you very, very much, gentlemen.